is here. He wrote a book, and the reason I'm having him in is because within the book, he devotes 5 pages to an incident that happened in our studios while we were working at WXRK, where he claims, I think, that he was hired by Cabby. And
hired by Cabby?
Yeah, he was brought in to Tabitha Stevens in my studio. Here's Ron. He's going to talk about this.
Why would Cabby want to do that?
I don't know. I'm going to get Cabby on the phone and find out what's going on, because I feel betrayed.
I don't understand.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
You wrote a book.
Yeah.
Would you say you're the most recognizable name in porn? I mean, when they
at this point, yes.
Yeah.
People say I am, yeah. I mean, AVN says it.
I think you are. And he still f***s hot chicks. You had sex with, who did you have sex with? Oh, Jessica James, right?
Yes. Yes,
She's
I did.
hot.
Very recently, in fact. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and you still feel okay about being in porn. No moral problem with it, right?
That's fine. It's funny, too. I haven't needed any use of any medication, so I haven't used any Viagra or anything else.
How old are you now?
50, as of next month, 54.
54.
March,
no Viagra.
54.
You know, I was reading one of the porn stars was saying that the new guys in porn, they really don't know how to do it. They're all reliant
They all take Viagra.
on
It makes me laugh because these guys are taking Viagra at age 20.
Do you think a lot of them are gay? Is that why they need to take Viagra?
No, they want to make it easier. They don't want the pressure. You know, we'd have to go, in the old days, we'd go into the bathroom and spend some time, like in the movie Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
You'd see Mark Wahlberg in the mirror, So I think... Actually, we're on satellite. They go like this and get themselves ready,
I don't understand
something,
though. When a heterosexual man, though, is with a beautiful woman, I don't care if it's on film or not. If it was Jessica James, who I think is very attractive, I don't think I'd need help getting it up. I mean, if anything, I need help slowing down.
Well, this is where we used to pull that joke. I used to call it the Kennison. Right. As you picture, you say that, but picture like a director who's kind of nuts and going, come on. Picture if you're trying to get excited over a girl like Jessica, you got a cameraman this close to you going, come on, Howard, get that thing up. We're losing daylight. Come on, move it. Get that thing hard. Come on, you got to go home.
Oh, God. That would be a little...
that is hard.
It's not quite that bad, but sometimes you get directors who are just that bad.
Wow.
Come on, guys, we're losing daylight. We got to get out of here, guys. Can't you hurry that thing along?
You always appear to have like a lot of money and a good lifestyle and stuff. It's not all from porn, though, right? There's other ways of making money.
Well, for me, it's been like a lot of marketing. Right. My name was on rolling papers, hot sauce, skateboards.
Anything. You'll license your name.
Yeah, the company in Canada used my name for...
Are you a hero to young people in some way? Did they look up to you like, wow, there's Ron Jeremy, he's every girl on the planet.
I'm on a Ron Jeremy skateboard even.
Yeah, wow.
I get that sometimes. Also, a lot of colleges have seen a lot of stuff I've done, from not just the porn, the music videos.
Well, let me get to the controversial part of the book.
Cult film like Boondock Saints has done well in colleges.
The book is called The Hardest Working Man in Show Business. Hard being a play on the hard penis.
Hardest man in show business.
You're 10 inches, I think, your penis?
Oh, thank you for that, but it's 9 3/4.
9 3/4. You've even sucked yourself off for real. It wasn't like a fake thing where they put a dildo.
Not the completion, but I did a couple of strokes, yeah.
Yeah, you actually were able to kiss your own penis.
Was that enjoyable?
Nah. In fact, I made sure to wear a rubber because I know where he's been.
Right.
So I couldn't help that. Sorry, Artie. Couldn't help that one. I gave myself a wrong phone number, so I don't call me anymore.
Ron, I'm going to put Cabby on the phone now because Cabby is well, I'd say there's about 5 pages devoted to Cabby in your book, and The Hardest Working Man in Show Business. And the book disturbed me because I got disappointed because I considered Cabby a friend, and I would do anything for the guy.
He's not the one who let us into the studio. It was some workers. It wasn't him.
Yeah, but Cabby was behind it, wasn't he?
Well, he actually did stuff that was out. I don't know if he knew about it, but he did stuff that was outside the studio that involved anything sexual. He didn't do anything sexual in the studio.
Well, let me get to the bottom of it. It
was his partner that actually was one who was, his buddy.
Cabby was my friend, that he would be involved in something like this.
Why would you wind up in Howard's studio? That's the...
We were told by Brett. In fact, Tabitha, I think, might have told you guys this already. We were told that he was 100% into it, that you were totally in on it, and would even be advertising it. We flew across the country. It wasn't so much Cabby's mistake as it might have been Brett's,
Wait a second.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
All right, let me get this straight. Let's go back into Ron's book and the accusation. What Ron says in his new book is that he was hired to
by Brett.
Who's Brett?
Brett's, I guess, a friend of Cabby's, I guess, a guy who makes, some films every so often.
And I guess that Brett and Cabby concocted a scheme to get into my studio.
Not necessarily Cabby. Might have just been Brett. I'm not sure if Cabby was in on it.
Cabby was an employee of the radio station.
How did Brett get into the radio station?
Right.
I wish I knew. I have no idea.
Well, certainly you didn't let him in.
No.
I don't
know who the workers were.
It was Cabby.
Cabby didn't let us in. It was some workers let us in.
But Cabby
arranged it, man.
Cabby works at the radio station.
I have no idea.
A lot of people work at the radio station.
Yeah,
but you were in the porno. You were behind it.
Not in the studio. Cabby's work was outside the studio itself.
All right, so he was involved in this porno.
Right, but not inside the studio. He was
Understood.
Was he there
outside.
at the time?
No, he was
not there.
He was in studios outside. He was in an area, a factory, like a warehouse, to look like the studio outside the studio.
All right, so he was aware.
Brett and I...
Was Cabby aware of what was going on?
I don't know.
Cabby, were you? And you always tell me...
Obviously, I'm not stupid.
Right.
But let me ask you this. If Steven Spielberg makes a film, right, and he uses locations, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he chooses for this film to be made, and, you know, and I'm not saying I'm Steven Spielberg or anybody else is, but it is what it is. I mean, it happened, and you know,
so
you actually said it. Actually, at one point I told you, Howard, I want to make a porno in your studio, and you said yes.
No, I said yes. But in a joking way or in a serious way?
I asked you.
Oh, stop it. Sure, man. You're being silly. You're being silly.
No, you did. You did.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that. Did you recall anything like that, Robin?
No.
Where I said, yes, go shoot a porno? No one asked me.
Knowing you, I don't know that you could ever say yes to that.
I asked you, and you said yes.
Oh, Cabby, come on.
Exist.
Don't insult my intelligence.
I'm not insulting your intelligence.
You are.
But anyway, I'm just a guy, man. That's all I am. I'm just a guy.
What does that mean? How are you a victim in this?
I'm not saying I'm a victim.
So you lined up a crew.
No, I didn't line anything up.
It wasn't him. It was it was Brett. Brett admits it.
Out there.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. What was Cabby's involvement in this?
Cabby, why don't you tell me what your involvement in this film was, and let's come clean on it.
What do you mean my involvement?
What is this? You guys shot a porno in my studio. Ron Jeremy, Tabitha Stevens in the chair I'm sitting in right now.
No, Taylor Wayne.
Oh, Taylor Wayne.
Tabitha Stevens was in the green room.
Okay.
And Cabby was not there. But he worked on scenes outside the studio.
Right,
you
I
had
understand
Tabitha in the green room?
That's correct. I wore a Gene Simmons mask. And Gene Simmons signed off on it. I got Gene Simmons to give me a model release so I could use his face in the scene.
Was Brett there?
Brett was, of course, Brett was in charge of the movie.
How did that happen?
Brett did scenes also in the studio. Cabby was not actually there. Cabby did stuff outside the studio. Part of them.
Why was Brett there? Because Cabby set it up.
Well, it wasn't Cabby who let us in.
It's Cabby's movie, though, right? Cabby was involved in it. He owned it.
There actually were two films. One was called The Crazy Cabby Movie, involving scenes that were not in the studio.
Right.
And then there's we called the Shock Jock Studio movie, which was scenes in the studio.
So, Ron, what are you telling me?
We were told you were absolutely not on it.
You were told that I was
You were going to support it. You were in on it. And that's why Tabitha and I and Taylor Wayne actually did it.
Understand that you're...
And Christy Lake. We figured how... And we actually... Brett called up companies like Jill Kelly's company and had them lined up to buy the film.
I understand.
And he said 3 prices. Here's a price based on Howard knowing about it but not endorsing it. Here's a bigger price based on you endorsing the film. Because everyone knew that if you mention it on the radio,
right,
film's going to be worth probably about 8 times the value.
Right.
So they had 2 different price structures.
I understand that you're innocent in this. You were hired to do a film, and you were told that this was acceptable to shoot on
we
location.
worked for a lot less money because it was...
Can I ask what exactly was done in the studio as well?
Go ahead. Tell us what was done in the studio.
Hardcore scenes. I was involved in 2 scenes. Brett did a scene in your studio. I did a scene on your chair. Didn't involve any finishing up. There's nothing. No, we didn't.
No finishing.
No ending. I keep thinking I'm on regular. No climax.
You fucked a girl in my chair.
On your chair. No no ending. We made a joke like, here comes the ending, and we didn't end it.
Right.
But did you cover the chair at all? Or
yes,
it was,
with towels.
With towels.
Yes.
Where do you end?
You never used your microphone, by the way. That was someone asked me that.
And someone suggested that. So it was at my console. It was
right
at
on your chair.
At my private studio.
We made jokes. There's an O.J. Simpson mask. We made jokes about too.
Now you know my studio was locked, so someone had to have a key to that.
Of course.
Someone got a key.
We figured you were totally behind it, so it didn't surprise us there was a key. And then we did another scene in the green room with
Cabby, how'd you get the key?
God, I didn't get a key.
Right. Cabby, what was your involvement?
Let me tell you this. Your studio wasn't always locked, first of all.
It was supposed to be.
And everybody in their, and I'm not saying I was one, but everybody and their brother, when I used to be working, would come up, and it was like, what do you call it? I don't know. It was like the fucking Niagara Falls of radio, man. I mean, people would walk people through. It was pretty much wide open.
Right. Okay, so fine. But what is your involvement in this film so I can understand the amount of betrayal here?
What? My involvement in it?
Yeah. What were you an owner? What was your involvement? Let's come clean.
Steven Spielberg is what, a producer?
Director.
Come on, Gabby.
He can produce any. Did you produce the film?
Steven Spielberg do?
Steven Spielberg is a director.
He's the guy behind things, right?
Well, he's a director.
But he's also a producer.
And who is
a little Steven Spielberg in the whole thing.
So you're the producer?
Yes.
And so you put up money? Or you just got the money people together with all the porno people?
Right.
And you guaranteed them you could get them into my studio?
Never guaranteed anybody anything.
Right, but you managed to get them into my studio.
Well, I wasn't the one who got him into your studio.
But you made it possible.
This whole thing and decided there should be...
You know what? I was there a couple times, but I was never the one...
Yeah, but whose idea was it?
As Ron said, I was never the one who let anybody in the studio.
But, Cabby, that's semantics. If you're the producer... Hey, wait a second. If you're the producer... If you're the producer of this, means you were in on it.
There was other producers, too.
Well, but you're my friend, so and you worked at K-Rock.
I am your friend, I guess. Yes, I am your friend.
Now you're guessing.
Now you're guessing. Well, gee, I thought I was a friend when I was writing to you in prison, and I thought I was a friend when I go to Sirius every day and beg him for a job for you.
Well,
I thought I was a friend.
Well, Brett is the one who actually, from what I understand, the producer of the film was Brett.
I don't. But Cabby was a producer too.
Brett?
Who is Brett?
He's a guy. He's a guy. But can I just?
Can I say something?
Wait, can I say something?
That people, I don't know nobody, but sometimes people latch onto that fact that I have a connection to you and a connection to the radio, and I'm a fucking name.
Hold on, Lee.
I'm a producer.
Lee, I'm going to talk to you straight. It's Gary, because I just want to get a straight answer. I'm not throwing you under the bus.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you a straight question.
Just like when you called me, or no, was it Will who called me and said that there was, you guys want to talk to me on the air Wednesday?
You're digressing, and then I called you yesterday. I told you exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to ask you.
You told me that you wanted to talk about how people got paid or didn't get paid.
We wanted to talk about the film being made, Ron. Cabby, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. You're deflecting.
Is that what you said?
Yes, I said we're going to talk about how the film was made, and that Ron said in his book. Shut the fuck up. That Ron said in his book that people weren't paid, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. We're still at the point how the movie was made. And the question is very simple. People had to get into the building, okay? Whoever Brett is doesn't have the ability to put people's name on a list to get them in the building. So who facilitated getting people in the building to shoot the movie?
That I don't know.
But you have to know that.
You're the producer, of course, and the whole point of the film is to have in Howard Stern's studio.
Who's involved in making this movie that worked at Infinity besides you? And the answer is no one, I'm guessing.
Hey, Gary.
The
answer is I'm not going to say. How about that?
So you're saying that there is someone else.
I might come in and talk to Howard as he calls me a friend. I might come in and talk to Howard as a friend about that, but I'm not going to throw someone under the fucking bus like you say.
How honorable.
That's what you want.
You threw me under the bus.
How did I throw you under the bus?
You used my studio.
Without permission.
And you had people having sex in my chair, and you know that if that's not your right, and that's not your business, and that's not something you do to a friend. You don't do that stuff.
Okay, well, can I say this without throwing anybody under the bus? Many people had sex in your chair, Howard. And it wasn't, I'm not saying on film or off film.
Cabby, I don't know about that. I know about this because it's in Ron's book.
Okay.
And I know about you.
I don't know why Ron had to put it in his book. It was something that happened, and I guess he felt he needed to sell a book. So
he put it in the book the same reason you shot it in Howard's studio, to sell books. He put it in the book because he felt ripped off.
Has the movie ever come out?
Well, not so much.
Has there ever been a porno out shot in Howard's studio? Will there ever be? Probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg makes a film. Does he necessarily ever put it out?
Hold on a second. Artie, 1 second. Let's get rid of the Steven Spielberg thing very quickly. When Steven Spielberg makes a film, he gets permits and permission and pays people to use their locations. So that whole Spielberg thing is ridiculous. In other words, Spielberg went to...
Well, you know what? Listen.
Why are we entertaining his Spielberg analogy?
I'm sorry, and that's all I can say.
Well, Cabby, I don't still understand what it is that you did other than use me. You used me, right?
No, actually, I didn't.
How do you figure you didn't?
If I used you, I would be out promoting this and selling it, and
but you had sex. You snuck people into a room that I trusted you. I trusted you as a friend. We were pals. We hung out.
We hung out a couple times.
Yeah, we did. I don't do that with many people. So the way I get paid back is let's come over?
Now you're not even really a friend. You say you're a friend. I'm really shocked at this questioning even if you're friends.
I know.
I mean, how many radio guys wrote you in prison and how many radio guys sat there and lobbied to get you jobs?
And Robin waited online for 3 hours to come and see you in prison on her day off. I mean, we're all friends.
You know what, Gary? It is what it is. No. I did something, and I was a part of something, and like I said, it's never going to see the light of day. I'm not selling it. I'm not out.
Yeah, Cabby, in fairness to Cabby, he had it shelved. He had the thing.
I understand he had it shelved because he would have lost his job.
I said Cabby had it shelved. You had the film shelved.
Yeah, right.
I'm saying in fairness to you,
great. I mean,
he had
it
canceled.
But I think
that was in fairness to Cabby. Cabby would have lost his job.
Cabby was worried about his job.
I think he had it shelved. And Cabby, if I'm wrong on this, let me know. I'm not going to say things that I don't know for sure, but I think it was shelved because word got back to higher-ups at Infinity, and you were told, if there is a film, we don't know that there is, but if there's a film and it's released, you will never work in this business again.
It's not why it got shelved.
Why did it get shelved?
It got shelved because it got shelved.
Bad lighting.
Why did it get shelved?
Bad acting?
Because I chose not to put it out.
Why?
Many reasons.
I would say primarily.
You can give us the top 3.
Yeah, why did Spielberg change his mind?
You want the top 3?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to put it out, and that's the top 3, all in a fucking nutshell.
Because you came to your senses.
Maybe, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It feels pretty bad to me. You're one of the guys I really like in the business, and I got to be honest with you, it hurts.
Well, you know, this is part of his...
You know what? I'm sorry, but you did say I could do it.
No.
Part of his self-destructive stuff.
It's on audio. It exists.
Cabby, this is Artie. You know, we're all friends here, man. And I can't stand by and watch you make yet another life mistake here. You have to come clean and tell Howard the truth. Saying that he okayed it is total bullshit. You know that, and ask and apologize to him in a real, honest way, like a friend would. Admit to him you're lying and you're digging the hole deeper.
He can never
be a pal. You're digging the hole deeper.
If he just came on one time and said, you know, man, I made a dumb move.
Right. I mean, that's it. We've all done dumb things.
This was coming up. He could have.
You know how dumb the move was? That's why it never fucking came out and never would. But see, a guy like Ron Jeremy who needs to get out there and promote himself so much, even though he's Ron Jeremy and everybody on the whole planet knows him, has to put it in his book that he did it.
But I guess Ron has grievances.
But why shouldn't...
Well, no, I don't have any grievances at this point.
I thought you were mad initially that you never got paid.
But what we got was basically just to cover us flying across the country. That was basic minimum. We did it because we figured it'd be...
Look, Cabby, Ron is not John Grisham. He's not selling books on how he writes.
Ron, how many scenes do you do for free?
Well, it sounds like Ron was lied to also.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't lied to.
Well, just the fact that, not by you, Cabby, but by Breck, that Howard would be in on it, that's all. In fact, it wasn't just me. He called up Jill Kelly's company and giving her different prices based on Howard being endorsed.
Would you have been in this movie had you known that I had no knowledge that this was being taped?
No, not a prayer. Would not have,
you wouldn't have gotten on a plane.
Tabitha wouldn't have done it either.
Right.
No,
right.
That's
what I mean. It was all done behind my back.
But in fairness to Cabby, he's not the one who made the promises. It was Brett.
Yeah, and
Howard,
and Brett admits it, by the way.
Howard, can I just say, and I'll say it again, I am sorry, and there's a reason it never came out, and it is because I fucked up.
Yeah, I wish you'd come to me, man. At least I could have cleaned my chair.
I let anybody in the building, but I was a part of something. I was a part of something that I regretted being a part of, and that's why it won't see the light of day.
Brett fully admits it, that he was the producer of it. Brett has no problem.
I don't know who Brett is.
But Brett was there.
You guys know him. You know him, I think.
I never heard of him.
Well, Brett admits full that he produced it.
Yeah, I don't know who Brett is. I know Cabby. Cabby was a guy I considered to be a good friend. Like, I knew I could call Cabby if I needed something. And he could call me. And I'm not saying that I'm the closest friend in the world to Cabby, but I do care about the guy. And that just shows he doesn't care about me, or at least...
That's not true. It's not true. I was young, dumb, and stupid.
All right, well,
that's exactly what it was. And that's why, you know, I put it away, and it was never going to be fucking an issue. And then Mr. Ron Jeremy felt he had to put it in his book because he needed to get on your show and so forth.
It's his story, too, Cabby.
But, you know, it is.
It is. Let's take some calls and see what's going on.
You can't blame Ron for putting it in a book.
No, I don't blame Ron. Ron is innocent.
And in fact, I was very specific in the book saying that Cabby did not, was not there in the studio, and also the fact that
that doesn't make a difference. I mean, Cabby, if God forbid Cabby got caught in the studio with this, his job would have been right out the window. He knows that. I mean, he had a good gig in radio.
And others would have. Yeah, I did have a good gig in radio, and I went to fucking jail for my gig in radio, and I got out, and I still can't get a full-time job.
I know, and I'm one of the idiots who's trying to get you one.
You know what? And you've been good to me. And
I have.
And that's a big reason it was never going to come out, Howard.
Well, thanks. Gee, good thing I wasn't. Good thing I was good to you.
I
being good to you, he just made the movie.
Yeah.
He never released it.
And say I'm sorry 100 times, because sorry once or sorry 100 times is still I'm sorry.
Hey, Rick, you're on the air with Cabby and Ron Jeremy, the new book, The Hardest Working Man in Show Business.
Good morning, Howard. How you doing?
All right.
All right, I just got some real quick things to say. First off, Ron, I like your work on VH1, man. I think you're the funniest guy on those shows.
Thank you.
Now, and Artie, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Boston in March.
Okay.
Cabby, you're the biggest scumbag in the world. Howard has helped you so much, and you backstab him every chance you get. You are a douchebag. You're not even a good cab driver, motherfucker.
Backstabbed Howard.
Just now. Dude, he wrote you in prison. Shut the fuck up and let me answer, dude.
I get.
Shut the fuck up and let me answer.
Oh, eat a dick, fag.
How many dicks did you suck in prison, faggot?
What now?
A whole new world of satellite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're surprised, right?
I'm trying to be radio.
All right, let's go to Rick. Rick, go ahead. You're on the air with Cabby and Ron Jeremy.
People think that you made my career, Howard. Did you make my career?
Absolutely not.
I knew you.
No, you did. I did not have anything to do with making your career. I just was a fan.
I ride your coattails all over the place, or that
I was just
beg for jobs.
I am a fan of yours.
Okay, thank you.
That's how I came to know you.
Also, I want Cabby to know that, you know, when Brett was contacting a bunch of companies in the industry, he was saying full on that, you know, we did a film at Howard's studio,
right,
and we're trying to sell the movie. Would you like to purchase it? So
control other people.
No, Cabby, I'm saying in fairness to you. It was Brett.
How is that fairness to him?
Because Brett was one who was already telling people about your studio.
But was Cabby in business with
So I'm not ratting
Was Cabby in business with Brett?
I don't know. He was in the movie. Cabby was in another movie that was shot outside.
Cabby, were you in business with Brett? Yes or no?
I know who Brett is, and that's...
Were you in business with Brett or not? Yes or no?
When you say in business, Howard, I mean, you're...
If you were a producer and he was a producer, it sounds like you're in business.
Were you in business with the guy? Yes or no?
Was I in a business partnership?
Were you in business with the guy? Yes or no? No.
You were just an employee.
I'm an employee.
Were you at all involved?
Then you're not Spielberg at all.
Were you at all involved in getting Brett and Ron into the studio on any level? Did you help that happen?
Did I help what happened?
Get Brett and Ron and Tabitha and the other girl in the studio. Did you at all have anything to do with that?
Someone else did that.
But did you know about it?
Well, I knew about it. I was there. Fucking A, Artie. I mean, don't be stupid.
Were you the reason they said they had permission?
That doesn't mean I did it. Just because I knew about something doesn't mean I did it.
Did you know Ron Jeremy was shooting in the studio, a porno in my studio?
I knew, yes.
You knew,
I've
okay.
known for years that it happened, and I never talked about it.
And, Cabby, one more thing.
Were you in a discussion to let people into my studio?
Was I in on this?
Yes. No. You had nothing to do with it.
Let those people in your studio.
There's one other thing here, though, Cabby. Are you the reason they were running around saying that Howard was okay with this?
No, I wasn't.
You're claiming that Howard gave permission.
He did. It's on me.
Cabby, if we were joking around the... Don't you think...
Okay, so you were joking around.
You know when we're joking around. I don't even know that I don't even remember this discussion, but let's say on the air we're talking about, let's go shoot a porno. You would come to me afterwards and say, hey, Howard, do you think it would be okay if I shot a porno in your studio? Number one, you know it's against the rules of K-Rock to shoot any porno in a studio involving penetration.
Cabby, your claim that Howard okayed this is the dumbest f***ing thing I've ever heard a human being say.
Well,
you're acting like a retard.
When the audio comes out, you'll say what?
Cab. I can't even. That sounds so stupid. You're just being dumb, and you're going to be dumb your whole f***ing life. Honestly, dude, you wouldn't go to Howard in private and say, look, on the air you said I could do a porno. I'm going to make this happen. Everything cool with that?
Yeah, I think at the very least you'd offer to cut me in. You know, I think you might as well tell me.
Using your name.
You might as well tell me when you're shooting it if I'm so for it.
I've never used your name for gain ever.
Okay,
Not once.
You're digging your hole deeper, Cabby. I'm trying to help you. You're just digging it deeper.
Fred, go ahead.
I didn't think deeper. I already. What am I supposed
is this porno now, by the way?
Shelved. It's gone.
It's gone.
I think the masters went to
somewhere.
Brett. I think Brett destroyed them, I think.
The masters are destroyed.
The masters went to Brett, and he destroyed them.
Ron has a VHS copy, correct?
I don't think I do anymore.
So in the book, you said you did.
Either I or my editor might have a copy, but else none of the masters were destroyed.
You see, Ron's sort of reeling it in, because in the book, Ron's whole rap is that he feels sort of ripped off, and that he said that he's got this VHS copy, that the only person that got paid was the editor, that he feels that his actors got ripped off, and that maybe just to piss everybody off,
because I know for a fact the females got paid.
Yeah, but they all took like basically very little because it was
They got paid.
Yeah, I say in the book that they got paid.
Some girls come to Jersey and shoot and get paid nothing.
I said in the book they got paid something and that they got their expenses, to go across the country.
Fred?
I have two questions for Cabby. Whose idea was it to shoot in Howard's studio? Number one, and when did you agree to it?
I'm not speaking on those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's an honest question.
Speak to Howard in private, but I'm not the guy.
I don't ever want to talk to you about this.
It's out in the open already, Cabby. I mean, whose idea was it?
It's not. You know what? Hey, listen, I'm taking the fucking heat round right now, and that's where it ends because other people don't need to fucking.
Well, I don't want to talk to you about it.
I'm not sure I understand your rationale.
The only conversation I want to have is right here.
See, I have loyalty to keep my mouth shut when somebody says something. When I called on the cell phone from prison, did I tell on the guy with the cell phone? No, I took the fucking heat round, and I spent 90 days in a hole because you don't tell. There's some things you don't tell, okay? And I fucking was part of something who was...
I guess you don't tell me when you're shooting a movie.
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
What about that?
We shouldn't do it.
I guess you don't tell me.
By answering Fred's questions, who are you protecting?
Right.
You're not. Just be honest about your involvement. We're not asking for anybody else's shit.
I've been honest about my fucking involvement.
It's just
not really
a question, but an idea.
I have.
Answer Fred's questions.
I'm going to toss somebody out there.
What was your question again, Fred?
Okay, was it your idea shooting?
Whose idea? It was a general question. Whose idea was it?
It's not my idea.
All right.
But were you in on the planning? I mean, was everybody sitting around in the production of this film?
Robin, I'm not in on anything. I'm just me.
I don't believe it.
No, but he started off as Steven Spielberg, and now he's nobody.
In the face, Howard. I wasn't in on the plan.
Yeah, but I don't believe that for a minute. I mean, the fact is, of course you're in on it.
Well, you had to be because you asked Howard the question on the air, which you says is on video, on audio tape, saying, would you mind if I shot a porno in your studio? And according to you, Howard said yes.
Spielberg knew they were shooting Jaws at Martha's Vineyard.
You're a master audio vault guy. Find the audio.
Well,
Spielberg
you're the guy that said we have it.
Believe me, you're in on it. For you to deny that you're in on it.
Now he's a key grip. He was Spielberg, and now he's holding electrical.
Now he's craft services.
Yeah.
I wasn't in on the planning. That's what you asked me.
Yeah, okay. You weren't in on the planning. You weren't part of the movie.
I was a part of the movie.
Yeah. Wait, so what was your role? The whole appeal of the movie was shooting it in my studio.
You never sat down with anybody before they started filming.
What?
The appeal of the movie was me in a porno.
No, the appeal of the movie was doing it in my studio. No offense.
No, the original appeal of the movie was me in a porno. You asked me what the appeal of the movie was.
Well, according to Ron, the appeal was getting into Howard's studio. That was important to the film crew and the producer that if I endorsed
everybody
it.
But Cabby's scenes were outside the studio.
We're not talking about Cabby's scenes. Okay. We're talking about the movie.
Talking about your scene in my studio in my chair.
If that ever came out, Ron, all over the cover is going to be Ron Jeremy, such and such, and Howard Stern's chair. That's the hook.
All right, let's go to Irish John.
It's not going to come out.
Well, if it
we know. Now we know. Irish John, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Tabitha, who's a very good friend of mine, dated my brother, said that Cabby brought them up to the studio, Tabitha and Ron, wanted some guy to film them in the studio having sex on your console.
Right.
And Tabitha refused because you're a germaphobe.
Right.
So her side of the story is she never had in your studio. They did.
There's 50 different stories, Howard.
Tabitha was in the green room.
Ron agrees. He said Tabitha never came in.
Taylor Wayne was on your chair. On a towel. On
a towel. Tabitha protected me more than my friend.
And he's going to claim he wouldn't know that this would bother you.
No. That wouldn't bother me, people having sex in my chair.
Yeah.
See, and I don't even remember that happening, so I wasn't there when that happened. So, I mean, obviously things happened when I wasn't around, too. I mean, that's just it.
Your film got out of your control, Steven Spielberg.
Everybody.
Well, maybe you should have been there. Maybe you should have protected me a little.
That's just it, Howard. You know,
Did you think I'd be upset? That's obviously why the movie didn't come out.
No, I didn't. I didn't think you'd be upset.
Wow.
Tabitha said Cabby planned the whole thing.
What did Tabitha say?
he said the cabbie planned the whole thing.
Well, of course he did.
With some other guy that was there filming, producing. That it was them too.
I believe that.
That's Brett.
But Cabby, of course you did, and you don't have to lie to me anymore.
And I'm not going to sit here and say I did, because I didn't.
Okay, well, whatever.
I'm telling you I'm sorry it happened, and that's...
I am too. I'm really sorry it happened too. I'm really sorry it happened too.
That's what happens when you do a benefit for a transient.
Yeah, Artie, thanks for doing the benefit.
Listen, I love Gabby, but, dude, right now, not coming clean right now is officially burning a bridge that you probably are going to need in life. And being dishonest about it right now is making it so incredibly worse.
You know, straight up every time I've ever come on that show. And just like I'm being straight up now, you know what? It never needed to come out that this happened. It never needed to come out. It was a mistake, and guess what? I was a part of a mistake, and that's why it was put away and burned forever.
I'm surprised it took this long. You were lucky it took years for this to happen.
Really?
Exactly.
Gabby, one more question. Yes or no?
In New York City radio, and I made a mistake. I was part of a mistake, and that's why I put it away. I put it fucking rest. But for some ungodly reason, I don't know why, someone wanted to sell their book, and God bless you, Ron, I love you. But, you know, you didn't have to put that in there. But you did.
You can't blame Ron for doing that.
No.
Yeah, you should have waited for Cabby to write a book so he could put it in there.
So many companies, so many people knew about it. So many companies knew about it.
I have more to talk about than that, and that's why it was put away. It was f***ing buried.
Ron, what time of the day was it shot? Was it in the middle of the night?
Late night.
Cabby, were you doing your overnight show in another studio while this was happening?
No.
You were not in the building at all?
I wasn't doing my overnight show. I wasn't on overnights yet.
Were you in the building
at all? It was a long time ago, Artie. It was a f***ing long time.
Were you in the building when the scene was happening in Howard's studio?
At one point, yes.
He was in Howard's studio banging another girl. He snuck a bunch of people up, according to Tabitha.
He had to be in the studio when it happened. He wouldn't let that happen without him being there.
Way out of line. That's bullshit.
You were in the studio while this was happening?
He just said he was.
How can you say it's bullshit? You keep saying it was a long time ago, I don't remember, but you know everything I say factual is bullshit.
No, you know, I'm telling you, I was not in the other studio banging some girl.
That's not what he asked. He wasn't.
He was in my studio banging some girl.
And say you know everything that's happened?
Brett was. I don't know if Cabby was.
I'm trying to wake Tabitha up. She's calling in 2 seconds.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to Ralph.
Nobody touched my chair, did they?
Ralph, what's up?
I'm like, my cubicle was okay, wasn't it?
Calm down. Hey, you know, it's so obvious when, Cabby, when you're lying, man, because, you know, when Howard's asking about Brett and if you were in business and stuff, you go, what? Or you repeat the question, like all of a sudden you can't hear.
Because everybody's yelling, Ralph.
All of a sudden you can't hear. You need time to think. But anyway, in a way, wait.
Okay,
Cabby, wait.
You should talk about lying and stealing from your friends. Go ahead.
In a way, you shut up, because in a way I want to defend you.
Okay, go ahead and defend me.
The guy is called Crazy Cabby. He's not.
Yeah, I know.
I knew that would come up.
I know, Ralph. I know all about it.
Ralph, that's a bad argument. You know, the relationship with Howard and him went deeper than that. It wasn't just some crazy guy you ran into.
I really like Cabby. You know, it was.
No, but I mean, he was always crazy. I mean, always like this intense, wacky guy who could go off at any minute. And
we know that, Ralph. But I just want to know the truth. That's all.
Yeah.
And
you're not going to get it.
Ralph, the thing about this is it's not going off. This is planned. Yeah. This takes time to put together.
This wasn't so crazy.
And I've got one thing to say about that, Ralph. You can ask 10 people, crazy or not smart. 10 out of 10 people will say it's not a good idea to do a porno in Howard's studio.
God, no.
Period.
I mean, obviously, and he still...
So he can pull that crazy card if he wanted to, which I don't think he is.
And how am I pulling a crazy card, Fred?
No, Ralph just did it.
Right.
Ralph just pulled it.
I said that you're not pulling it. Ralph is pulling it for you.
I regret being a part of it, and that's why it was put in a f***ing trash can.
And Artie is trying to help you by saying, stop digging the hole deeper and come...
Artie's trying to get me to toss someone on the bus, and I'm not going to...
Oh, God, Cabby, you could not be more wrong, man. I don't give a about Brad, whoever you're protecting. I'm trying to help you.
He's not listening. Howard, he's not listening.
The move here, Cabby, is to get very humble and apologetic and try to at least salvage your reputation by being honest a bit. We're letting you do it.
You're the one weaving the circle.
And I've got another question.
Cabby, listen and learn.
Ralph, you have no idea, dude. You know,
all right, let me go to...
I'm the guy who's been sober 9 out of the last 10 years. You don't know about making amends, okay? I know about shit, all right? I know about making my wrongs right.
What do you want want a fucking prize because you do the right thing?
No, what I'm saying, Ralph, is, I know how to make things right, okay? You don't, to come on the air and be fucking badgered and hammered is not the way to do things like this. I fucked up. Ron wants to sell a book. Fine. Ron sells his book. I fucked up. I put the shit away. I put it to rest. It was never, ever going to see the light of day, and that's the way it was supposed to be. And if I ever came to Howard and talked to Howard in private, that would happen.
Yeah, but again,
Hello?
Where's Ralph?
Gabby, you
Yeah,
don't...
I'm here. Hello?
Gabby?
Yeah, I'm here.
You don't get it. Ron still has a right. That's part of his story, too. He could say what happened to him.
Some evil, crazy shit happened when I was in fucking war, and guess what? I don't talk about it. Because
Cabby!
That's your choice.
Listen,
See, you don't get it, man.
Everybody, because others don't want to talk about it. Just because you're a fucking story doesn't mean the whole world needs to know about it. Okay? Some shit happens in life, and some things you talk about, and other things you don't. And sometimes you put a mistake to rest, and you never talk about it. Okay?
I didn't break the story. I mean, when Brett was hiring the talent...
You didn't break the story. You and Tabitha have been trying to break the story for years.
Yeah,
You kept saying, please keep your mouth shut. Please keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, but listen, Cabby.
Try to sell it, Ron.
Cabby, Brett was mentioning the studio when he was hiring the talent.
You've threatened to try to sell it. You've threatened to say you're going to release it on a documentary, and guess what?
Well, when my editor wasn't paid, I said, we're going to release it for free.
You didn't get paid, Ron.
No, my editor. I said, my editor...
Did you ever do a scene for free, Ron?
This was just for expenses, but I was okay with that because we thought Howard was involved.
But now all of a sudden you're bitching about not getting paid?
No, I didn't bitch about it in the... I said, we got something, we got expenses.
No, you bitched about it before.
No, what I'm saying is, first of all, I'm saying that Brett had mentioned the studio when he was hiring the girls. Brett mentioned Howard's name when he was trying to sell the movie to 3 different companies. So hold on. People knew about this years and years and years ago.
I've never mentioned Howard's name.
I didn't say you did.
I don't sell myself off Howard's name.
Look, let me go to Angry Black.
I didn't say...
Other people to
Hold
do
on.
it?
Let me go to Angry Black.
I didn't say he did. And
right.
second of all, I said you were not in the studio when I was in the studio, so I'm pretty much defending you on those points.
Yeah, but you could have just defended me by not ever bringing my name up again.
Well, everyone knew about the movie because Brett was mentioning it to sell it.
Angry Black.
Listen, this is real simple. Cabby and I had our fight in April of '01. In October of '01, I went to the Adult Video Convention down in Atlantic City, and Ron was there, and Tabitha was there, and so forth. I met Brett, okay? He took me back to a suite, and he showed me the porno.
Now, what did you see?
Yeah, I'm sorry?
And what did you see?
I saw the scene with Ron, and Cabby, I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying, I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. It looked like you were banging a chick in Howard's studio. Now, let me finish. Brett said to me, Cabby and I were going to make a lot of money off this because he was trying to get me to do a spanking video with this Asian chick, which I
heard that. I heard that story from Brett about that.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So you know I'm telling the truth. I don't lie. Cabby, bro, I'm not throwing you under the bus. This is what Brett
I never with a girl in the studio.
Cabby, listen, please. Cabby, listen to me for a second.
Show me that film.
Cabby wasn't there.
Show me that film.
Cabby, I'm not throwing you under the bus.
Cabby wasn't there, Angry Black.
It's just like, oh, dude, whatever.
Cabby was not there. Cabby was not in there.
You can beat this to death. Howard, I would like to talk to you off the air in private about
I would rather not. I would rather not.
It's too much good radio. Why would he?
Why would I talk off the air? I mean, I am thoroughly humiliated by this.
But also, Cabby, you're talking about going through your programs and knowing what contrition is. It obviously sounds like you don't, because you don't get to control how the world works. You just have to deal with the world you made when you were making stupid decisions.
Yeah, and you know what? You're right. I might never talk to Howard again because of it, and all I can do is apologize, Howard.
Let me tell you how I feel.
Howard, I'm sorry, man.
Since I'm the victim, let me tell you how I feel.
All right.
I really do like Cabby a lot. I really, really do. I think Cabby's made a lot of bad decisions in his life. But yet, as a radio talent, I've always been behind him and always done whatever I could for the guy. I have a weird personality. We certainly know that. And when I feel betrayed, it's not that it's not even like I don't want to be friends with Cabby. It's just I get so hurt that I don't know how to even look at this person anymore. Right. You know, I've been betrayed by 2 or 3 people in my life that were close to me, and even a lot closer than Cabby. And, you know, I do get this thing where I go, this sucks because, in a way, Cabby, I really like this guy. I want to just only have good feelings about him. You know what I mean? I really like the guy. And it's like, it just kind of sucks for me because I know I have a hard time getting past it.
You'll never be able to look at him in the same way.
No, it's not. And it's not that he's not. I can't explain it with me. It's just. Well,
you're not any different than other people.
I mean, Cabby was there with me. Cabby, and I used to invite Cabby. Cabby was there the night I met Beth.
I know, but everybody who is betrayed gets really hurt and disillusioned. It's a disillusionment because you thought he was somebody he isn't to you.
And I'm one of those people that, of all the people I open up to, maybe, Cabby's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And what sucks in this for me is that
you lose that?
I lose that.
Right.
That I'm the one who loses, not Cabby. Cabby will be just fine.
Too, man. You can say I don't lose, but I do lose.
I do, because like I like having you on. And
you a friend, and I f***ed up, and I'm sorry, and that's all I can.
All right, well that's fair enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, now you're going towards the right direction.
Right, he was totally off the mark at first.
Before, man, but you guys just won't let me.
Well, you're having a hard time being honest. You're not really.
I'm having a hard time talking about certain things that I never wanted to talk about. Is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, you can be honest and say, look, here's exactly what I did. What I did was I came up with an idea to produce this. I got people in the studio. I arranged for things. I thought I was going to make a lot of money. And I wish the I could take it back. And that's fine.
And I've said that.
No, that wasn't exactly what you said.
Right.
And that's why it was all put away, Howard.
Right.
And that's what I keep saying. But I'm not going to sit here and throw myself further under the bus on the air.
I do appreciate
people under the bus on the air, as Gary said.
Well, you got to stop blaming others.
It's not going to help me or anybody else.
But you can't blame.
Those others didn't have a relationship with Howard.
Right. You can't blame Ron Jeremy. It's his story.
You don't know that.
You can't blame. No, you can't. You can't blame. You can only blame yourself because you and I are the only ones who have the relationship.
Anybody.
And if there's some other asshole out there who's a friend of mine that betrayed me in this, well, then you know what? Then that's his story. But this is my story with you.
I understand that. And you know what? I've always been straight up, and I've always been honest about my shit. And I'm being honest here. And I'm just there's certain things I don't want to say to cripple myself even more than I'm being crippled as we speak. Do you understand what I mean, Howard?
No, but what's the difference?
You don't?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
Well, like I said, I'll shoot you an email, and if you care to respond, you'll understand more.
Right.
I'm not going to dig my hole deeper.
You want to know something, Cabby? If you want to help me out, don't shoot me an email about this, and let's not talk about it anymore.
All right.
Because it hurts too much.
I understand completely.
I'd really rather not hear it.
I don't want to beat the dead horse.
You don't want to know the whole truth?
No.
Just know that I'm sorry, dude.
And if there's more guys that I consider friends who are involved in this, don't even tell me because...
Right, that's the question, Cabby. Is there anyone else who Howard knows who was involved? Without mentioning...
See, you keep going there, bro. I told you.
Don't mention any names.
My nuts over a fire, and I'm not going to say because I don't tell tales. I don't have to go out there and kick people around.
This is very CIA.
I mean, I would take that as a yes, then. There's other people involved, Howard knows.
I take the ownership, and I walk away with it, okay? I don't have to bust somebody else down and put somebody else out there. And that's what I've been trying to say from the very beginning.
I'm not asking you to, Cab. I just asked if there was so...
asking me to, Artie. And I told you.
I am not.
I ain't the guy who's going to tell.
Well, by the way, thanks for...
I've never told on anybody my whole life.
Thanks for letting me know there are people out there I shouldn't trust, but I am trusting them.
Howard, see, that's...
Maybe you should tell me. Maybe so I...
Why is it more important to protect them than Howard?
Right. Why protect them over me? What if they're dangerous to me?
We have in private, Howard.
No, I don't want any conversation.
Okay, well, then I'm sorry. But I'm not going to sit here like
all right.
he wants me to do.
Well, protect them.
Saying, I'm not going to do that to somebody else.
Protect them.
I hope they're as good to you.
I hope they're good to you.
No, see, you know what, Robin? Robin, would you tell on somebody? You wouldn't.
I wouldn't be doing this.
You know what? If you did make a mistake, would you...
Usually it's just my mistake because I don't work with anybody else.
Somebody else down with you.
I don't play well with others.
You know what this is like? This is like when...
well, I'm glad those people will be protected, and I won't know who they are.
He's got some good friends. He's taking care of them.
If you have a conversation with me in private, you might feel different.
Well, that's all right.
And if you don't want to, I understand that, too.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you're embarrassed.
I feel like a dupe when I trust people and they're my friends, and then they screw me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a horrible feeling.
Cabby, this is like when Ron Lundy let Linda Lovelace into Harry Harrison's studio for a porno.
Sort of the same thing.
Harry and Ron never talked again.
Well, what can I tell you? Bobo, what do you want to say?
Hey, how you doing, Howard? I know for a fact that Stutterman John knows about what happened because him and Cabby were going at it in the studio, and John slipped. And you guys never picked up on it, but I remember this. He goes, why don't you tell me about the porno that you guys made in Howard Studio? And it blew over, but I always remember that. So John knows fucking what happened.
Well, maybe John will tell me what happened.
This has been a rumor for a while.
Yeah. Well, we've heard that there was a rumor, and Cabby said it didn't go down. And when Cabby told me it didn't go down, I believed him.
Put it away.
I would never even ask a second time. If Cabby tells me it didn't go down, I believed him. I asked him about it a long time ago. And he said it didn't happen, so I believed him.
Well, for what it's worth, I know all the footage, and Cabby never had sex in your studio.
Well, that's not the issue.
I understand it's not, but let me just go on record as saying
Ralph,
that.
you're on the
Angry
air.
Black was wrong when he said
that. Hey, Cabby, quick question.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
If you weren't in business with this guy, then how do you own the releases?
Because Steven Spielberg owns the releases, doesn't he?
All right.
I mean,
you can keep twisting it and turning it, Ralph.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that you're not being honest.
Ralph, you can't polish a turd. I never stole from Howard or whoever you stole from.
I don't even know.
He's never stolen from me.
Cabby, so don't try and turn it around on me. I'm just asking a question, and you start yelling.
Fucking thief and
all right, keep yelling.
All right. Well, listen, Cabby, I appreciate you calling in.
You know what? Listen, I told you, and I would love to talk to you off the air, and I'm very sorry.
Let's not bring it up again.
Okay, well, Howard, I mean it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too, because you're one of those guys I trust. And it's...
Well, I'm sorry that you feel betrayed, and I mean that. I would like to speak with you off the air.
Please don't.
Okay.
Not about this. Thank you.
Did you see the same, on a whole separate note, did you see the Sam Kinison stuff in the book? I thought you might have liked some of that. About the car crash. He flipped the car on me. We were in a car once together discussing the Lord.
Yeah, you were as crazy as I was. I drove in a Sam Kinison car, too.
Discussing the Lord.
Yeah, no,
he was driving with his belly while he was taking pills.
Well, no,
somehow he never looked at the road.
No, it's a true story. He says to me, we're discussing the Lord, and I'm saying, well, I wish I had more proof sometimes. I'm a Jewish boy. You're a Pentecostal minister. He slides off the embankment on the way to the Catch Rising Star. Car turns upside down. We're rolling down a hill. And then we actually had missing the trees miraculously. He hitchhikes the Catch Rising Star to meet Robin Williams. We're taking glass off of our bodies. And not one piece of blood, not a scratch.
Catch a Rising Star where?
He was doing a show here in New York.
In New York
Jersey,
City,
yeah. So he says to me, well, you believe in God now? I said, well, you go to great lengths to prove a point, Sam. And then Carl LeBeau and Bill Kennison said to me, Sam wasn't the one proving the point.
Hey, did you get to bang a lot of famous chicks? Do you talk about that in your book?
I never discussed that. I've hung out with gone on a lot of dates. I mentioned some of the women in the book.
Who have you dated?
Well, I took Fairuza Balk to the Larry Flint Christmas party.
Who'd you take?
Fairuza
Balk.
Took her to the premiere of Boogie Nights.
Who's Fairuza Balk?
Fairuza Balk. She's been in, she's the chick in The Water Boy, the Sandler movie. I mentioned girls I've gone out with. She's in a bunch of movies. She's hot.
Recently, didn't you claim in your book, too, that you showed your penis to Paris Hilton?
Yes, that was in the paper the other day.
We did a flash for flash thing with Bijou Phillips at Val Kilmer's rap party for Wonderland.
Bijou showed you her titties?
Yes.
Oh, those are nice, I bet.
They're lovely. And the thing is, she said, she whispers in my ear while I'm playing the piano next to Sean Lennon. She goes, can I see it? And I said, well, you should give a flash. I'll give a flash. So we go into the woman's room, and they trade flashes. Wow. Unfortunately, nothing else happened. But the lady in the bathroom told that story to the Post, and I denied it, saying I can't acknowledge it. But then when Paris admitted it a year later at the Hard Rock Hotel to Fred Durst, so now when the Post calls, I can say, yes, it happened. Did you put in your book the incident with Sal? Sal's such an asshole. Ron was taking a picture with somebody one time, and Sal was standing behind him, and Sal took out his balls and put them on Ron's head. I didn't mention that. I didn't even know what was going on. And Ron was going to kill Sal. And Sal was like, gee, but you're in porno. I thought you'd like that. And I go, Sal, what makes you think Ron Jeremy wants a pair of balls on his head? I didn't even know what it was. I'm facing this way. He's above me in a staircase, and I feel something in my hand. That was his hand. And I don't know what the heck that was. Where was this? They were doing a comedy show in Hollywood.
It was a bar in L.A., and I gotta say, I've known Ron for a long time. He was pissed. Yeah. Really pissed.
Because I said, he did what? Like, I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, he had his balls and cock on your head.
Was it the cock, too, Gary?
Was it the cock, too?
Yeah, because Sal was going around telling everybody. Later on in the night, he was bragging, I gave Ron Jeremy a Roman helmet.
That's a... Wow. That's what that's called.
Not quite.
I see the visual. I get it.
Ron, did you know anybody involved with those Wonderland murders? Did you know anything going on?
I knew John Holmes, that's all.
Yeah. What is it, Sal?
Can I show you real quick how I did it? Like, if I stand behind, can I just show how I...
Oh, yeah. Well, don't do it.
I was on the stairs, right? No, look at how and we wanted to take
Oh,
the picture.
stop it. What is he doing now?
Get out of here.
Oh, my God. He wants to do it again.
Leave Ron alone.
You're not strong enough for this. You know I can kill you.
Let me just show you real quick.
Let me show you. Do it for
Make it happen.
Get out of here, son.
You know I can kill you. You know that, right?
Could you kill him?
Crazy.
Yeah, of course I can.
You do karate?
Yeah.
Wow.
Could you kill him? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, he's a nice guy.
Ron almost did yesterday.
He's actually a nice guy. He was drunk, too, wasn't he, Gary?
Yes.
I was almost holding him up.
Did you date, was that for real that you dated Kathy Griffin recently?
Yeah. Yeah, she mentioned it on The View.
Did you fuck her?
You really went on a date with her?
Yeah, went to a nice little date to the Rainbow Bar and Grill.
Yeah, but it was for publicity purposes.
No, actually, well, she's single now, so it was kind of like a combination of both. She was saying we're going to videotape it. Nah.
What was it like when you banged Blue Iris? Was that horrible?
I think it was just oral. I think. Oh. There I go again. I'm radio savvy. She just blew me. It was an actual screw.
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
She blew you. You didn't blow her.
No.
And you could get it up for her?
Well, I did the old grip routine, which I describe in the book. You know, if you like quite hard, you do 2 fingers and a thumb, and you squeeze and you yank forward. You actually make like a fake erection, kind of.
Wow.
It's like a cock ring effect.
See, that's a professional.
I've taught a lot of guys that.
There's a guy who knows what's going on.
It's good to know how to do that in case you're not totally, you know.
How do you measure your penis real quick? Do you start from your balls?
From the back of the room.
From the back of the room.
No, but you push your stomach in. You get a little extra quarter-inch out of it. Right here in the stomach.
Yes.
And you go right there, and there's a long shaft.
Up on the top. If
you suck in your gut hard enough, you can get an extra quarter-inch out of it.
Well, Ron, the book is very controversial, as you can see. After all, it inspired about an hour conversation on this show.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Ron Jeremy's book is called The Hardest Working Man in Show Business, stories about women, about the porn industry, about making a porno in my studio. I mean, he lets it all out. He talks about nights with Sam Kinison. And
he's known them all.
And he's known them all. It's quite a fascinating life, and it's called The Hardest Working Man in Show Business. It's in stores now. And you can check out Ron at myspace.com/Ron Jeremy.
And there's also great, I got to say, also great Dennis Hoff stories in there, because you're friends with the Bunny Ranch.
Right, dude.
Some great practical jokes he pulls on me, and that's in the book as well.
All right, Ron. Good.
Hey, Howard, how long did you work in, like, a regular job in life? You were a teacher,
I was a teacher for about a year and a half.
Before you realized, look, I got this thing that I got to put to use.
I got a gift.
Yeah. Like
I was a maitre d' up in the Catskill Mountains all through college. I did some comedy up in the Catskills. I was a school teacher, taught skiing, substitute teacher.
But when did you say, fuck, I got this?
I was 25, 1978. I did a thing.
Did someone discover you?
A girlfriend sent a picture of me into Playgo magazine. I was in the October issue with John Ritter on the cover. And they had a picture of me inside as a guy next door. This is when I was real skinny. Now they want me in Field and Stream. I was skinny. And then they published it, and then I got into adult films late 78.
What was it like banging an 87-year-old woman?
It was difficult, but it was the old grip routine. It was more like just to be entertaining and to show that you're never too old to have a good time.
Wow.
You know, no. No, actually, I really... Oh, that's funny.
Here's Kathy Griffin talking about her date with Ron Jeremy. She's on the show The View, and she describes bringing Ron home Thanksgiving to her parents.
And I think you're single again, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm single, and also I have been dating a little bit, and I decided that when I got married, I married for love like a fool. This time, this time I only want to date guys that will get my picture in a magazine. Yeah. So I went on a date with Ron Jeremy. He's a film actor. Okay. Excuse me.
Nice defense.
And I even brought him home for Thanksgiving. No kidding? Yeah. So here's my Thanksgiving date. There.
Oh, my Lord.
And was Mom happy to meet him? My parents know that he's in the film industry, and they know he's made a lot of movies. Right. But they haven't seen any of his movies at this time. Any of his work. Right, his work. Yeah. And my dad did want to see his reel, which I thought was a bad call. So I said, no, he forgot his reel. Yeah, good. Yeah. I'm on the market, ladies. Yeah. You're on.
Well, there you go. There you go. Very, very funny bit.
Now it's the E-list.
Right. Max, you're on the air. Go ahead in Long Island.
Hey, what's up, guys? Two quick questions. One for you, Howard, one for Ron. Ron, Tracy Lords, where is she rate in your all-time?
Yeah, Tracy Lords.
She was terrific. But see, I worked with her later on.
Not when she was 18.
She wasn't quite 18, but I know it was right before we found out. So I wasn't one of those who worked with her in the very beginning of her career when she was 16 and 17. I was like, she was 17 and a half before she went to Europe. And she was phenomenal. She was terrific.
And what was the other question, Max?
The other question is for the Miss Black Howard Stern. Does the winner have to drink and do drugs and have sex with white people to qualify.
It's so funny you bring this up. You know, we're having a search for Miss Black Howard Stern. So, you know, you have to put up... Did you hear this story?
No.
You have to put up rules for, you know, so people who go on the website can understand
they know
what
what the rules are.
So the rules are pretty much boilerplate for every contest. So they stick up the rules, and a woman calls us and says, I want to complain about your Miss Black America thing, you know, Miss Black Howard Stern thing.
Oh, really?
We go, what's the problem? Gary describes this to me. She goes, in the rules it says, Miss Black America has to be able to prove that she is a convicted felon. So she was incensed that why would they do that for a black woman? And what it was is those are the leftover rules from our contest. Remember, we looked for America's Hottest Convict. So we said, no, ma'am, you don't have to be a convict.
She wrote a letter calling us a bunch of racists, and she's telling all her black friends to never listen to the show again.
Yeah, so anyway.
See, now we have a campaign going on out there we have to fight.
That we had nothing to do with, but there you go. So if you're looking to be the Miss Black Howard Stern, and you
much love watermelon.
$5,000, that's right, $5,000 in the coveted title of Miss Black Howard Stern, and you have to go to... clipsforsale.com. They're our sponsor on this. The #1 downloadable clip site for buying and selling adult video clips on the net with over 300,000 clips to choose from. Clipsforsale.com, and I bet Ron Jeremy's in a few of those clips. Ron, good luck with the book.
Thanks, Howard.
The book is in stores now. The hardest working man in show business. Ron
it's actually
Jeremy.
hardest man in show business.
Hardest man in show business.
The parentheses, the little joke there. You know,
Right.
Harper Collins is funny.
MySpace.com/Ron Jeremy. We'll be back right after. Oh, here's Marianne. She's very upset. Quickly, Marianne, go ahead.
You know what bothers me? I hope Cabby's listening, Howard. When he was in jail during all the holidays and stuff, you were the only one who spoke about him. You thought about him. You said send stamps and self-addressed envelopes and magazines. And I did that, Howard. I did it because
Well, I do. I like the guy very much.
But I don't understand why he has no respect or regard for someone, especially like you, Howard.
Well, he claims he made a mistake. And
I don't know,
says,
Howard. We were all backing him up because you were on the air talking about him. And I also, in my own little world, was thinking about him and felt sorry for him. I'm getting tired of him, Howard. I hope you're listening, Cabby. I'm freaking tired of your nonsense.
All right, Marianne, thank you.
I love you, Howard.
In Cabby's defense, he says it happened a long time ago. He knew he made a mistake and tried to cover it up by getting a hold of this tape and never releasing it. So, you know, but it was a hell of a story, and it's in the book. And that's good. Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to talk to you. I wanted to ask Ron, hey, did you bang that chick Trishelle from The Real World? Tell me you did.
I wish I could tell you that. Everyone got frisky and flirty, but we saw each other naked in the last day of the show in the nudist camp. But and I had Tracy Bingham sitting on my lap in the jacuzzi, which kind of pissed off her fiancé. But no one did any banging. No, there are cameras there. Who was going to bang in front of a camera?
Who was on your season of Surreal World? Wasn't it the
midget? It was myself. It was Tracy Bingham.
Yeah.
It was Trishelle, Eric Estrada, Vanilla Ice, my pet tortoise, and Tammy Faye.
You didn't bang Tammy Faye, did you?
No, that's sacrilegious. You can go to hell for even saying that.
It wasn't Mini-Me in that?
No. He's in the one I'm on now.
Okay.
Now we're on the new one. Vern's in that one. The one's called, now it's called the Fame Games.
Right.
We're on every Sunday and Thursday for the next few weeks.
Real good. All right. And get the book. Hardest Man in Showbiz. Thank you. All right, Ron Jeremy, everyone. We're going to come back. And by the way, don't miss Porn Stars versus Slow Adults. We have a big contest coming up. Who is going to win, Robin? Slow Adults or Porn Stars?
Reverend Bob is out there saying, I just found out I'm a slow adult.
We didn't want to break the news.
Can you be a slow adult and a porn star? I'm both.
Well, there you go.
Robin,
you could be in the next one.
How about the one girl on the other team who just found out she's a porn star?
We'll be back right after these.
Good morning, Howard and everybody.
Good morning.
I was going to bring up a couple of things, although, you know, Eric just did that. I wanted to say one thing, that I was at AGT, and Ronnie was totally professional.
You know, this Ronnie, I got to tell you, he really is insane. I didn't hear the wrap-up. Gary played me a piece of the wrap-up show with Ronnie about this car, and I turned to Gary and said, I think Ronnie's losing it.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't even understand. So John Lieberman says, hey, Ronnie, the story was Ronnie got a new car. Ronnie blew up, and he's going nuts, and, I mean, and he's arguing. There was an argument on the wrap-up show. It made no sense. You got to hear this. Did you hear the wrap-up show?
No.
All right, listen to this.
The story was, you have a pace car, that you're
You
driving
didn't even
around
know what
town.
I had. That was the problem.
That was the story, and that's what I went on the air with. I didn't have all the details.
You came to me,
I didn't
John.
have all.
You came to me and
Listen to
said,
me.
I heard you got a new car.
And
you didn't say anything about pace car, schmace car. You said, I heard you were fishing.
Why does Ronnie care if someone says he got a new car? I don't even.
And so what if he's fishing? He has an objection to this whole thing.
And that's what we do. In other words, that's how you get paid. The way we make money is that John Lieberman is part of the Howard Stern show. Why, you are losing your marbles. Why would you be upset about the guy saying you have a new car? Who cares? And the reason he's in the hall asking you questions is he's making you a part of the show. He's making you famous. And then you go out and do Ronnie's block party and you make money and you get to meet fans. This is all you dreamt of when you were sitting in the car.
It's part of making you more compelling.
You're going crazy.
I lost my mind.
I want you to listen to the playback.
I lost my mind. I got a new car. You had no idea what the car was. You had no clue what it was.
I had from 3 different sources that it was a
stop with
pace
your
car.
sources
So I went
bullshit.
on the air with it, and then you confirmed it. So what's the issue? What's the issue here? There's no issue.
The issue was I
there is
confirmed
no
it
issue.
myself later on. You had no story when you brought it up. You had no story, John.
Ronnie, you're almost like I can't get through to you. It's like you don't have a normal brain.
I have a normal brain.
Listen to me. When you report, I confirmed the story with 3 sources, and then with you yesterday by blowing me off, you confirmed it.
No, I didn't.
You said.
I said nothing.
What did you say?
I said to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then when I kept questioning you, you finally said, yes.
What did I say?
I have a car. We're playing
I
the
said
clip
a car.
today on the news.
I didn't say what it was.
It corroborated what I had
I
from
could have
3
had a
other
car for
sources.
20 years already.
So I went on the air with it because I was confident in the story. I had it from enough
No,
people.
you weren't confident because you didn't know what the car was. You had
Doesn't
no clue
matter.
what the car.
I knew it was a pace car,
Oh, my
and I
God.
knew you had it at home.
Dude, you didn't
Why
know
do
what
I
it
need to
looked
know
like.
the year?
You're coming in with having them bring in different pictures, different colors. You're telling me the car's orange. You're telling me the car's pink. You had no clue.
The structure of
You
the
had
story
no
was true,
clue.
and I stand behind it.
Well, good. You stand behind it. I think it was bullshit.
You don't. How is it? So it's not true?
It's true now.
Thank you.
I
Thank
said
you.
It was
That's
true.
it.
I
Thank
said it
you.
was true afterwards. When Howard asked me, I said it was true. Not to you.
Do you hear this argument?
What are you doing, Ron?
I don't know. And I was going to say to him yesterday, you got to calm down. You get upset about everything lately. And then he starts attacking me. He says, Howard likes his electronic devices. Yeah, I do. And if they ask me if I got a new one, I'll tell them. I don't listen. If John
There's a difference
Lieberman,
between walking around and you got a new phone,
right? And if John finds out, I'll tell him.
And there's a difference between driving around in a car that stands out a lot, and I don't need people knowing it's me. That's all. I don't need
that's
people
funny,
bothering
funny,
me.
You
So
got
why
a
would
car
you have
that
a
people
car
will look
that's all
at, and now you don't want them
crazy
to
and
know
not
it's
want
you?
people to see it?
Yeah, they'll
Why did
see
you-
it, but they don't have to know it's
Ron,
me. They don't have to know it's
but Ron,
me.
Why buy a car that draws that much attention?
Oh, here he is. I don't want to
there's
deal
John
with him.
Lieberman. Wait a
I don't
second.
want to have to deal with him now.
You don't?
Why don't you care?
Let's
I
get
can't
this-
stand him.
Why?
I can't stand the man.
But Ronnie, he's part of the show. He's doing his job.
He's a shit reporter.
Is this on right?
Yeah.
You don't even know how to put a microphone on. It's on backwards, you idiot.
Oh, dear.
This is a different one than I normally use, Ronnie.
boo-hoo. It's different than he normally
You
uses.
have become such... You're an ignoramus. You don't know what you're
an
speaking
idiot.
about. You came up to me in the hall about 5 minutes ago. You say, I know who your sauce is. I know who your sauce is.
It's a source.
Yeah.
I said source.
You didn't
No, you
ask
say
Richie
sauce.
Wilson.
Oh, ask Richie Wilson.
What is the
Look at
story
you.
with
Wait.
this car?
Play what I did to him yesterday, how I made him blow up.
What do you
Play
mean?
that.
What is that? This is it, no?
When I said he was a shit reporter, how he went ballistic.
Well, here, I mean, I'm in the middle of the Ronnie argument.
So
That's
what's
what I'm
the
bringing
issue?
out.
You're
That's what I'm-
confirming
no,
my
that's
story.
No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that would mean you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
I don't know. I don't know which part you're talking
It's
about.
right towards the end.
I think that's all I have. They give me clips.
Oh, he went crazy. He went
I did not go crazy. What I
his
was
eyeballs
saying
were
to you,
bulging.
Ronnie,
They were falling out of
was
his head, dude.
I was
But-
making...
Listen, let me explain this to Ronnie. The reason we hired him,
I don't care,
is because
I don't care where you hired
Yeah, but
him.
you're working.
I don't
here.
like him.
Yeah, you don't.
You
like
don't have to like me.
I don't like
don't
you.
have to like me, but you can politely say no comment. But you see, when
All
your
right.
reaction
Wait a minute,
is so
wait a minute.
out of bounds.
That's all I have to say?
Sure, you can
no
say
comment
no comment
on any story you come to me with.
You
from
know
now
what?
on.
I just don't
I don't
understand.
like you.
So if it's about Ronnie's block party,
Send
okay,
Lisa.
promoting.
Send Lisa to me. I love
Fine,
Lisa.
I will send Lisa. Fine, no more block party stories.
Okay.
And you know what is out of bounds? I've never
What?
attacked you in terms of your security
I
job.
was just fucking with you
I
like
have
everybody
never-
fucks with me.
I have never
Hey,
personally attacked
sorry.
you.
You
and
work
then
on the
May I
Stern show.
please
You
finish?
work on the Stern show. Take your fucking medicine like I do.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Hypocrite?
Take your medicine. I take it all the
Ronnie
time.
doesn't know what hypocrite means. You explain it.
No, I don't.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I'm stupid.
But
I'm fucking stupid.
You attacking my reporting is ridiculous, and I'll give you an example.
Don't look
there
how
are a number
defensive you
because
are. You sound like me now.
When I go up
Go
to
ahead.
Gary, and I ask him a question, he is forthright. I say, Gary, I
Because
heard.
all the stories you do on Gary are...
No, because
Gary's running for park recreation there. Gary,
Let me give you an example of a story I did yesterday that Gary didn't want reported. I say, Gary, I heard you were in a car accident. I had
Ooh,
two
really?
sources.
What happened?
I had two sources
What
telling me he was
happened?
in an accident. And you
How
know what
come you
Gary
killed
does?
it? How come you killed the story?
It was on the air yesterday on Howard 100 News. You don't listen?
No, I hate the news.
Oh, so you can criticize,
I don't
but
like.
you don't listen
I don't
to
like
what we
the
do?
stories. I don't like your stories.
Okay.
I only
Ronnie,
listen to
you
Lisa's stories
understand-
and Julie. They're the greatest.
You know what?
reporters.
When we
Shuli's
even
awesome,
Scott
man.
DePace,
Shuli is
even
the best
Scott
reporter, man.
DePace,
He's even funny when he does his stories.
What about
even
Scott DePace?
DePace, when I confronted him yesterday about some allegations that I've been
I know
hearing.
what you're talking about. This TV camera was supposed to be covering him. He was having a meltdown about something, and he had the cameras turned off. He's instructed people not to shoot his picture.
There are a lot of things.
I got word about.
Don't
this,
shoot
and
him when he's leaning back in his chair either.
And I will take this up
Don't
with
do that.
Scott off the air.
Hey, bring it up because, dude, there's no truth to that. Let's go. Howard.
Well, here are what my sources say.
My sources. Here he goes again.
I have multiple sources
Oh, I know
around
you
here,
do, man.
and I protect them. That's
Yeah,
why I
you
get
pay
these
him
stories.
probably.
Yeah,
you
I
fucking
pay them.
pay him. Little informants. Little
Yeah, because I'm not spending my
little
money on pace
jackasses
cars.
that you fucking run around chasing after.
Howard,
what'd you
here's
find
what's
out
going
today?
on.
You
Can I say
little
something?
fucking spies.
But can I say something to Ronnie? If you don't want to be noticed in your car, don't buy a pace car with writing all
It's
over
a collector's car, okay?
Yeah, but if you don't
Leave
want
me
to be
alone.
noticed, why?
I don't bother you with what you do. Why do you
There are
have
a lot
to
of other
bother me
cars
what
you
I
can
do?
collect.
Why does that bother you so
No, I'm
much?
saying the logic there that you don't want to be
There's
on the
guys
news.
with 50 cars in their garage that collect cars.
No, but
I have one.
I have no
It's
problem.
a crime. I
But
know.
you
I'm
see, you don't want
sorry.
this John asking about your car because you don't want to be noticed. That's a car that you get noticed in. I'm sorry. I mean, you're going to be noticed in
Dude,
that
if
car.
they don't see me and they don't know it's
How are they
me,
not going to see you? There's glass in the fucking car. They can look in
and the
see
glass
you.
is tinted, okay? Just like when you get in a car.
It's not
the glass,
that tinted.
Oh,
They
it
can see
is.
through the
No,
front.
Is it legal?
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
What is that, Scott?
It's a convertible.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, okay. Do I have to put the top down, Gary? Do I have to?
But you will.
Do I have to put the top down?
You don't care if people see you in that.
Oh, stop it now.
You're
Stop
looking
it.
for attention. That's why you
No,
get a car like that.
Oh, please.
Why have a convertible if you're not going to put the top down?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we
I had to
go.
get rid of
Here we go.
I had a convertible once. I put the top down. A guy jumped in the car with me, and I said, perhaps I shouldn't have a convertible. I said to myself, it's silly to have a convertible if I can't put the fucking top down.
So you got rid of it.
Of course.
Now he's saying he wants a car that gets attention, but he doesn't want the attention.
Yeah, he didn't want attention. You better do a follow-up story on
Yeah.
that.
Oh, we already got it. He already said that he'll refuse to tweet out any photos of the car.
Right.
And he wants to know who my source is so that he
I know
can-
who your source
You
is.
absolutely
Who
do
is it?
not.
I ain't telling.
Who?
I know
Why
who it
are you
is.
not
I know
telling?
who it is.
Three. Name
I
them.
know who they are.
Name the three.
I know exactly
Name
who
them.
they are.
Name one of the three.
I know one of them for sure.
Who is it?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
I'm not going to rat your rats out. I won't rat.
What? Why won't you?
I'm not going to rat your rats out.
Who do you think
You got rats all over the place.
Yes,
yeah, I know
do.
you do.
Yes, I do.
I know you
and
do.
they're watching you.
Yeah, good. Let them watch me. Who gives a shit? Let them watch me.
You give a shit.
Look at you.
I'm just looking at you.
I'm
I
looking
can't
at
believe
you.
I'm seeing a grown man upset over a pace car that got out on the air.
I don't like you. I told you that. I told you that in the hallway.
And I told you you do not have to like me. You don't have to like me, but you can say no comment. I've had many other people not like me.
No comment, and I don't like you.
Isn't it okay to rat a rat out, though?
No.
And give your idea on who it might be?
No.
Why? Why are you protecting them?
Why should I?
You're protecting his source?
Because I'm not like that. I don't rat people out like he fucking rats people out.
I never rat people out.
Okay.
I never give up my sources on anything like this DePace thing. Let me tell you about this DePace thing.
Go ahead.
I have people running.
Everybody knows about that. The whole hallway knows about what
he's
went
got
down.
a report on that.
I have
people
know
about it.
I'm not saying anything. It's
All
not
right,
my.
so
It's not my business.
What we have confirmed
Ronnie,
is this.
You would make this show very successful.
Yeah. Ronnie, you don't understand. We need information so that we can have a show.
All right. Well, then let him do it. Let him be the rat ass.
Here we go.
Scott DePace,
shit reporter.
According to multiple sources. Sorry, I heard the shit reporter comment. It
stinks.
You're a terrific reporter. Don't listen to him.
Could I please get this story out before I really have to take action?
Ooh, is that a threat or a promise?
No, I'm talking to Howard.
Go
Excuse
ahead.
me.
Be my
Go
guest.
ahead. Multiple sources, Howard, say that Scott DePace has set rules in the Howard TV control room.
I heard
he
that.
must be notified when he's being shot by a camera because, in part, because he doesn't want any unflattering images of himself on the Howard TV behind the
Here's
scenes.
another guy
For example, when
who
he's
doesn't understand how we make a living.
For example, when he is sitting back in his chair.
Thanks, Scott, for taking the heat off.
He doesn't want those moments captured. And in fact, I have confirmed he shined a mag light in one of the cameramen's cameras because they were trying to get a shot of him yesterday.
Has everyone gone nuts around here?
And he called one of his producers.
How are we going to make a living?
You did call one of the producers back there unintelligent yesterday as well.
Is any of it true?
Wow.
Is any of that true? And I believe it is true.
Bits and pieces, but not for the reasons he's saying.
Go ahead.
So the first thing is,
yes,
I simply don't want a camera spying on me. I have no problem with a camera
Me neither, asshole.
Well, none of us want a camera spying.
So all I requested was that they let me know when they're shooting and when I'm in the control room. I'm in the control room doing my thing.
Yeah, but something went down that would have been good on Howard TV.
No, not once. I simply said I want to know. Now listen. So no, let me explain to you.
John, what was the event that he boycotted?
Let's hear, Howard, with all due respect, let's hear what he says so that I can contradict it with facts.
On the life of my kids, I never told them they can't shoot me. Never once.
But the other day they couldn't shoot you.
They could too.
They have to inform you.
All I said is just let me know. So a couple of segments went by when all of a sudden I look over my shoulder and there's a camera there and I'm like, hey, can you just let me know? So then apparently, so they were letting me know, but it wasn't loud enough. I wasn't hearing it. So I said, well, can you tap me on the shoulder or do something so that I know you're shooting me? And that was the whole controversy.
But I thought there was something going on that was of particular interest, and the guys were afraid to pick up the camera because they couldn't alert you during it because you were having a meltdown.
Yesterday, my switcher was melting down. I'm doing all this stuff, and you were yelling at me because there was shit in the monitor.
Right.
Rightfully.
Was that the incident?
No, there was another incident as well. During when
tell Lee to get in here.
When Kelsey, the woman with the large breasts, came in, and there was the jumping jacks incident back in Howard TV.
Right.
My sources tell me that Scott told them not to shoot it, and in fact yelled at Greg Carmel, the cameraman, for documenting the event when he was just doing his job.
That is a lie. That's libel. I'd like
then
to
let's
take
get
that
them
person
in
to court.
Then let's get them in
Whoever
here.
That person is.
I have
a flat out lie. The only reason I did it was because there was a camera.
Are
there.
you censoring what is being shot of yourself?
Never once. No.
You're not censoring.
Can I ask a question? I got a question.
Not that I'm aware of.
Scott, if you get into an argument with somebody, somebody doesn't have time to tap you on the shoulder, but it's interesting. Will they get in trouble if they shoot it?
No, I'm talking about that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm doing my job and over my shoulder there happens to be a camera there, and not when I'm arguing with someone. That's of course fair game.
Nobody shoot it yesterday when you were having a shooting argument in the hallway, and Jason went out, and everybody was afraid to shoot it because they were told they can't shoot you.
What is this?
All right, listen to me.
All
right, listen to me. Yes, Doug, what do you want to say?
Bring one of these people in here. Is this one of them?
That's one of them.
No. I'm actually going to defend Scott.
Listen, let me say something. Never mind your defense. Here's what I'm going to say.
Well, I'll tell you
I got to cut through the bullshit.
He's not interested in that.
Everyone, cut the bullshit. None of you are superstars.
I am a superstar. You are not. The reason people know your name is because of me. Why do they know your name? Because we make everyone part of the show. You don't pick and choose what you can be part of. Get the cameras on, and let's go, baby.
Can I just tell you what happened? Jason saw this fight, part 2. Now, I don't know why John, the great reporter, is not reporting that he has this all on. He was in there with the microphone. They had part 1. It was all on camera. It was all on. He recorded it. So they picked it up in the hallway after the show, and I guess there just wasn't a camera around.
On the camera, why don't I have the tape this morning?
I don't know.
In other words, if it were anybody else, you'd be, Gary, you're not going to believe this. Jason and John Hine had a huge fight. Here's the audio.
Good point. Why is it not being shown?
I think you're going to be bored.
Is there an edict, Doug?
Why didn't you do this story?
Is there an edict? I did the story yesterday on Howard 100 News with Lee versus
there you go.
Scott. But is there an edict that
audio.
Scott cannot be shot in unflattering positions when he's leaning back in his chair?
No.
Well, I don't think I want to be shown that way, and if I knew a camera was on me, I probably would straighten up. Of course, I'm not an idiot.
And that's the point here. The point, what Gary is saying is, cameras can shoot Gary ad nauseum, but you are putting rules on what cameras can show.
Well, if that's true, then tell Gary to turn that camera on 24/7. I want to see what he's doing in his office.
It's on all the time during the show.
No, it's not. He hits a button and it goes on for 10 seconds.
That's after you fucked me last year. But also, every day I'm here.
All right.
Lieberman, you got this one wrong, pal.
I did not get this one wrong. I totally stand by this.
All right, as long as it's straightened out now.
Yeah, sort of.
Everybody's a superstar right here. Ronnie doesn't want to be asked questions.
They're all going no access.
No access. No access. We won't have a show anymore.
Never said it.
Lieberman, good job.
Thank you.
Bullshit.
Good job. Bullshit.
No comment. Scott.
Well, I got King of All Blacks wants to comment. Thank you, Red Gypsy. King of All Blacks, yes.
Yeah, Ronnie and a couple other people up there, they want to be you,
right?
But without the criticism,
right?
Like, they just want to chill and be a superstar, but they want to be you, like, because it seems like you don't get any criticism from people,
right?
So they want to be like you, and,
right?
And what's going to happen eventually is that they're going to grow a hatred to you,
right? King's on track with this.
Yeah, you know I'm always on track.
Not always, but this time you are.
Yeah, I was like, boy, he's making sense.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. All of a sudden, he's making sense.
How's my phone sound?
The phone
not
is
that great.
It's not great. I don't know why, but thank you, King. All right, Mark, you have the last word on this, and then I really do have to take a break. And then we'll do a nude workout and a lot of other things, Robin. If you can undress during the commercial.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, smart.
Everybody else, too.
Yeah. Not just you. What is it, Mark?
I love you, Howard. I got to say, Ronnie seems to be a bit insecure. I think he realizes he might be in over his head, and he's pedaling desperately to try to keep his head above water. That might be why he's so offensive every time he thinks someone's attacking him.
Yeah, he goes on the offense. You're right. I mean, guy says to me, "Did you get a new car?" He's like, "Oh, get a new car. Fuck you, you asshole."
Yeah,
I mean, but the cursing.
You should brag about that, wouldn't you? I mean, shouldn't that give him bragging rights?
Sure, why not? Listen, Ronnie says Howard has his things. He likes new electronics. If Lieberman says you get a new phone, yeah, I got a new phone.
Hey, Howard?
And he talks about it.
I can almost understand why DePace would be kind of ticked off. He just doesn't, he doesn't want unflattering pictures of himself taken. I don't think that's right that he makes that edict, but that's his edict.
Yeah, he certainly takes unflattering pictures of us.
I don't understand the Ronnie thing even for a second.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Ronnie wants to be a judge on the intern beauty pageant. Ronnie wants to come in here and help out with Kelsey and the bathing suits. But the other part of that is also allowing yourself to be exposed in other ways.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Well, the best is I bought a car that everyone will look at, and I don't want them looking at me.
Yeah, he doesn't want attention.
So either he's crazy or he's retarded.
He's got to calm down a little, and you know what it is. He's getting very big with his Ronnie Block party.
I think he needs some psychotherapy.
That's the problem. You're getting a little. You got the Ronnie Block party.
Right, Fred.
What?
I'm crazy. I told you that.
I'm just really trying to understand this, Ronnie. I don't understand like the venom towards Lieberman. I mean, Lieberman's just doing
Fuck
his
Lieberman.
job. Why?
He's a shyster reporter. I don't like him.
He's a what?
Shyster.
A shyster.
A shyster's
I don't like
lawyer.
him.
You know what a shyster is?
Yeah, I know what a shyster.
What is a shyster?
Never mind.
All right, that's right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Listen,
But you're funny, too.
Calm down.
No, I don't. What am I doing? I'm not
Look at
doing
me.
anything.
That's right. You do nothing.
I'm not doing.
So be happy.
Yeah,
you got a
yeah,
great job.
here we go.
Well, I
Here
just
we
agreed
go.
with you.
Here we go.
I agreed
do
with you.
nothing.
You do. You said I don't do anything. I go. I agree.
All right. You're right. I do nothing.
Wait, I agree with you.
I do nothing. You're right. Why do you have me? If I do nothing, you're right.
If I agree with you,
I'm part of the wallpaper.
No, you're right.
I'm fucking crazy. I told you that.
Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue? Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue?
Yeah, because I like his girlfriend. I can't stand him.
Oh. What, John?
No.
Didn't he have you to a barbecue?
And his nice son. He has a nice son.
Yeah.
But he's a douchebag. I'm sorry.
You like his girlfriend and his son.
Okay, let me tell you something. Jim McClure just sent me an interesting email, and this should put this to rest.
Look at you.
You told everybody at the barbecue.
Look how angry you are.
You told everybody at the barbecue that you had, which I attended.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That about the pace car. So it can't be a secret. You wanted it known. I didn't hear it there, but you wanted it known.
No, I told friends of mine what I was doing.
Oh, you know when
You're
you
not
tell
my friend.
people that it's going to get... You're not my friend either.
Good.
And by calling on me to be fired yesterday, that is extremely disrespectful.
Look, yeah, that's the part you missed on the wrap-up show.
Because I would never question you in your capacity. I would never say, Howard,
Dude,
I think this guy should be fired.
I was tweaking your buttons just like everybody else does to me. And you didn't like it at all.
And
you went off the deep end when I said that to you.
No, and
you
DePace
went
is a
off
man.
the deep end.
I will give this to
Rodney,
DePace.
You went over the line. He never criticizes your job.
Never.
Oh, I was screwing around with him like everybody does to me.
You
Okay.
went over the line.
All right. Yeah, I go over.
I don't make personal attacks.
I go over the line.
You said he's not
I
competent.
go over the line.
You said he was incompetent.
Look. At least Scott DePace stood...
Yes, sir, General!
At least Scott DePace stood there. Listen to me. At least Scott DePace stood there just now and answered my questions.
Good for him.
Admitting that he has put rules on when the camera can shoot him.
You're
he
Jewish.
must be alerted.
You're Jewish.
You just told me...
Dude, you're Jewish. What are you talking with your hands for? Jewish people don't talk with their hands.
Scott, you just told me...
Italians do, like me.
Scott,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Scott, you just told me that you
Look at him.
alerted everybody that you have to be told when you are being shot.
Where's your black dick, man? Let me see it.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you.
Let me see it.
Howard, did you hear
yes,
that?
Yes, listen, you don't have to justify this to me.
You're so upset.
I am not upset at all, but I don't like... I do not like when my professionalism and my profession is questioned. I know how to be a reporter, and I am not here to explain to you. I am not here to explain to you the fundamentals of journalism.
All right.
You're going to blow an eye vessel like me, man. Look out.
But now you pissed off John.
I'm done.
Did he just throw down the
Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Everybody around here is nuts.
Mark, go ahead, because I got to take a break.
I feel for you, Ronnie. It really sucks when it feels like people are teaming up on you.
Well,
but, hey, you got people out there that are supporting you. I'm not sure where they are, but they're out there, okay?
Teaming up on him. They asked him if he got a new car.
Yeah. I don't know quite what to say about it. Maybe he's self-hating and projecting it on others. I can't quite...
I mean, what kind of question is that to blow up over?
Don't you want to know about Ronnie's new car?
Yeah, but he certainly doesn't want me to. That's why
But he's driving around in a pace car. I mean, he's not in the Indy 500.
That's like waving a flag.
I mean, that's like me going out in my fart man costume saying, please don't comment on what I'm wearing.
It's like skywriting and saying, please don't read the note.
Right. I mean, what is that?
It's like a woman walking out with Band-Aids on her nipples
I'm
going to
walk out of my house.
Tits.
I'm going to walk out of my house naked and then say, please don't comment on it. I mean, what is that? Yeah, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, if Ronnie can't handle jokes about his pace car, how's he going to handle all the jokes after Richard blows him? Because even if Ronnie takes the show, he's going to get jokes about it for the rest of his life.
All right, thank you, Matt. You had the last word on that.
I'm telling you, we're getting into a weird area with those two in a funny way. So it's out there. So Ronnie's doing this weird move. Ronnie's just leaning against the wall, and Ronnie's at the far wall, and Lieberman's over here by the green room, and they're just yelling at each other. And Ronnie's like the guy in the movie, like the gangster, like flipping the coin. He goes, "You're a shit reporter." And I don't know why, but Lieberman goes, "Fuck you! I'm not a shit reporter." I'm telling you, it's getting weird.
Oh my God. Do they know that?
It's completely repetitive, by the way. Like, you could go out there an hour, and the conversation will have not changed at all.
Started up again. It's like that Star Trek.
But Ronnie has figured. But here's the funny thing. Ronnie has figured out if he calls him a shit reporter, it gets under his skin. Right. But Ronnie can't. We talked about this on Rapid News. Ronnie doesn't understand how you rile him up to get under his skin. He doesn't. No, he doesn't like me. I go, but you don't really not like Lieberman. You're just fucking with him. He goes, I know. It's very interesting.
John, why did you finally crack with this Ronnie nonsense? What pushed you over the edge today?
Calling me a shit reporter. I only speak the truth.
But you're typically able to separate the two. You're typically...
I am, but you know what, Greg? I am able to separate the two, but I don't like to be called a shit reporter in front of millions of listeners and viewers of Howard TV. I mean, nobody likes their professionalism questioned, and that was the point. I've never once questioned Ronnie's professionalism. I've never once said Ronnie's a bad security guard, or Ronnie isn't good at his job, or Ronnie isn't good in this way. I was simply reporting a story, which, Greg, I want to point out, turned out to be true. The story I reported was true. He has a pace car. That is the bottom line here. And Ronnie trying to tell me how to be a reporter is completely and utterly ridiculous. And then suggesting that I should be fired goes too far. It just goes too far.
What do you think this speaks to? I mean, why would Ronnie take these roads? Why would he go down these avenues?
Because... Fuck. Because when you have no defense and you're backed into a corner, you scratch and claw your way out. And that's
I'm always watching you.
Exactly. But this Ronnie thing is not going to end, because the reality is, when you break it down, he knows how to push my buttons and I know how to push his. This may go on forever.
Just remember, I'm here behind you, man. I'm always around.
Watch those cupcakes. He's putting on a few pounds with the cupcakes.
He's worried about me watching cupcakes. You should be watching the TV screen, man.
Is it safe to say that the honeymoon is over? That your little golden era that you enjoyed
my
the first
1 year.
year?
You know, this week marks my 1 year. I think the honeymoon, or maybe it was, it marks my 1 year. So my honeymoon's over. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'll just have to see what happens moving forward.
Keep up the good work, John. It's a sign of your solid reporting that you've started to crack some of the team members around here.
Thank you, Greg. You're next.
Sucks.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
You get a special kind of kick out of when you get a rise out of John Lieberman or any of the news reporters.
You know, everybody's got their guy they pounds on around here. I'm one of the guys that gets pounded on by everybody. So you know what? I like giving it back now. I like it, man. I'm pounding.
No more punching bag.
I'm pounding, man.
You're doing the punching.
I found my punching bag.
And now
I know how to get to him. Mm-hmm. I know how to get to him, man. Could you close that door, please?
Why did this story
in
particular get to you? I mean, there have been far worse things reported about you than having a pace car.
I just want to be left alone. Leave me alone when it comes to that.
But don't you
think... want people following you around the fucking street?
Well, of course not. But don't you think...
I mean, I don't mind. I like people. I like doing the comedy shows. I like going out there and seeing everybody. But I don't need them following me around in my car. Do you get my point on that?
Do you not like
John... Do you get my point on that?
I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
That's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
Never mind. You're like the rest of them.
But why did this story in particular really set you up? There have been far worse things.
I just told you. What don't you understand about that?
I guess I didn't get your point.
What don't you understand about that?
Yeah, I guess I didn't get it.
I guess not. Have a lovely day, please.
All right, Robin, let's hear from John Hein. John Hein, what's on the wrap-up show right now?
Scott DePace denies that he must be notified when he's being shot on camera.
Yeah, everyone's got rules all of a sudden, but we're going to clear all that up.
Edict in these parts.
Deny that.
Just keep the... I am the boss around here. Keep a camera on him. That's it. No more rules with it. Everyone has special rules. Tim all of a sudden goes, don't tweet this, don't put this on. This one, Doug Goodstein has the rules. Everyone's got rules around here. This is how we make a living. If you don't like it, you should work somewhere else.
So can we put a camera on you when you don't realize it's there?
There's a camera on me all the time.
No, but when you don't...
When I'm doing the show. During the show hours, there's a camera on me all the time.
That's it. Wait, what do you...
I never once said it can't be. I just want to know when it is.
It's on you now. It's on you all the time. Now you know. So how can you not know? It's on you all the time.
So, all right, and
now you know.
That goes for everyone, right? I could just walk up behind him with a camera. Anyone here?
Sure.
At any time I want. That's what we do all day.
What do you think we're doing? What do you think's in the halls with Howard TV? You work for Howard TV.
There's a light on and you know that it's there. This is totally hidden.
What? Hidden? Get out of here.
Scott, when there's a
what
camera,
show do you work
your
for?
studio is not lit, so whenever there's a camera on, it should be a light on. No, that's where you're wrong, Gary, because I can't...
You don't see it as a camera?
I can't see the monitor.
All right, listen to me, Scott. I'm going to explain it again. It's so simple. There's a camera on you all the time. Now you know.
I installed my own camera for that. I don't want a camera sneaking up behind me.
Hold on.
We work on the Howard Stern show. We have cameras on. You work for Howard TV.
He's a director, not a...
The direct. You ever watch the Academy Awards? They got a fucking camera on them.
I'm the producer, and Lieberman's there. I'm the producer. Lieberman's a news guy. Lisa's a news person. Fred does everything, and we all participate in the show.
And Scott, if you do that, that means everyone else does that, and then we don't have a show. And Howard TV doesn't have a channel, and you got to go find a new job.
Why are you different?
Put the camera on Gary full time then? I want the camera on full time.
But we're not saying put it on you full time. We're saying when something interesting is happening, like in the hallway when two people fight, there's no light.
You know what? He clearly doesn't understand how he's paid.
No, both of you guys don't understand. I fully understand. I've never once said no.
Scott, the camera is on you during the show. That's it.
Here's what it really is about.
At any time.
I want to see. How do I know if Gary's doing something
on all the time.
Can Gary's be on all the time?
Why is it about me? It's about you.
We have a camera in the hallway. They run around with it all the time.
Gary.
Here's what this is about, Howard. I'm going to tell you right now. This is what it's about, which is the stupidest thing. Sometimes when it gets late in the show, Scott slouches in his chair.
Right.
You're like way down low, like almost like he looks like he's falling asleep. And he does not want to be shot like that. And he's told people, don't shoot me like that.
No, shoot him slouching in his chair. I want to know when he's slouching in his chair.
That is not what...
And the camera is now on, and it will be turned off.
You have it wrong.
The camera is now on. In fact, if you look behind you, there's a cameraman. Take a look behind you. Here he is. There's your cameraman. His name is Jason.
Oh, it's a big fat guy.
Yeah.
Give me your best.
The camera's now on, and it's going to be turned off in 2015 when there's no Howard TV and there's no more Howard Stern show, and then everyone will go get a new job where there's no camera.
Okay, I swear to God.
Don't slouch in your chair.
I'm sneaking up behind everyone with a camera. I'm going to find stuff.
Good.
I'm going to see
Go ahead.
doing stuff.
Good. I can't wait to see it.
Howard TV fans will love it.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of tape.
Thank you.
Gee whiz, he doesn't know the camera's on?
Scott, real quick. What's Howard not understanding about your...
Oh my God, fucking everything. Everything he gets wrong. It's unbelievable at this point. He doesn't understand that, you know, this is a 5-hour show, and to have a camera sneak up behind you, I'm not into. And you know what I'll do? To punish him, I'm going to clam up, and they're going to get nothing out of me. How about that?
Well, explain what you're doing. I mean, right here, you're having to pay attention to monitors. You're not able to know what you're trying to say is you're not able to see.
You're helping me out.
You don't have the visual cue of a light coming up behind you because that light would impede you from doing your job.
Right.
Just like if my light or Rob's light impeded one of them from doing their job, they require us to turn it off.
Yeah. Like if I did this to you, you couldn't shoot me.
Could potentially ruin my lens.
So, yeah, it's a sneaky thing. It's basically having a hidden camera on me all the time. So I don't understand why it's different with Gary. Why can't he have a camera on him all the time? And let me see if something is interesting or not. So, what do you believe? I don't get it.
did Roseanne lay down any rules? Was there anything to not speak about? And why does she put herself in that position where, I mean, she pretty much knows going in it's going to be a boatload of fat jokes and stuff. Like, I would guess, somebody said yesterday, would Howard put any controls on it? And I said, yeah, you probably would. I didn't say this on the air, but in my mind, you wouldn't want anybody to talk about your ex-wife. You want anybody to talk about your kids.
Right.
So why is, like, there's a mindset, like Roseanne's saying, the gloves are off, man. Fucking hit me wherever you want. And I don't know why
you would put yourself
through that.
Like, what is the...
See, the other thing, too, is, here's the thing. You're in a better position. I think there's a part of Roseanne that does it because there's a need...
to be in the limelight.
Or to be... whether it's promoting a show that's coming up, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be there. I think everyone who does it needs to be there for a reason. I think there's a psychological mindset there that's a little weird that you should explore.
Okay. Roseanne's supposed to call in just a minute or two.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, they had this roast for Roseanne. I compiled a bunch of articles. These are some of the jokes. A guy named Anthony Jeselnik said, Roseanne, what does it say about you that when you accused your father of incest, there was an outpouring of sympathy for your father? That's pretty good. Amy Schumer said of Roseanne, I was surprised you were running for president. I just think a lot of people just couldn't even picture you, like, running. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Seth Green said, the thing with Roseanne is she has enough money not to work, but she still does a TV show every few years to punish the rest of us. You've even had 2 reality shows, which is a lot for someone who is completely out of touch with reality.
Good.
Yeah. Katie Segal said, it's great to see Roseanne back in the spotlight. Technically, it's 2 spotlights, but you get the idea. A lot of fat jokes, you know.
Right.
Jeff Ross said, folks, in case you don't know where Hawaii is, it's just off the coast of Roseanne. And then he says to Roseanne, it means you're fat. You want to hear a few more of these?
Sure.
All right, Wayne Brady said, Roseanne, it's been said that you stole Sam Kinnison's style. You're fat, loud, and you died in the 90s. That's good. But Roseanne, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood, and that's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
Oh.
You're oversized, beat up, and you reek of marijuana. You're kind of like Willie Nelson's tour bus, except people still want to ride that. I think that's real strong. Carrie Fisher said, you're a follower of the Kabbalah. How embarrassing for you, which is a form of Jewish mysticism. You know what else would be a form of Jewish mysticism? Hollywood giving you another show. Let's see what else. Gilbert Gottfried. Tonight it's our chance to end the reign of Rozilla forever. Evidently he kept referring to her as Rozilla.
Rozilla.
Everyone grab your torches and lead her to the pit. She'll think it's a barbecue. Rozilla.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. What did Tom Arnold say here? A lot of these we heard already. I had Rosie's face tattooed on my chest. Believe me, it's hard for a woman to have sex with you when Roseanne is staring at her. Yeah. It's even harder to masturbate. Rosie, this is true. Had I loved Tom Arnold tattooed... Oh, I see. Rose, I don't know, this is weirdly written, but he had I love Tom Arnold tattooed... She had Tom Arnold... I don't know what this is. Rosie had I love Tom Arnold tattooed on her hip, which made me the 4th largest property owner in California.
Oh.
I knew there was a good joke in there somewhere. Rosie, there's no reason to be jealous of my wife, Ashley. She's tall and thin and wasn't even born when we were married. Plus... I've learned from your biggest mistake. I made her sign a prenup. I thought that was pretty good. To Roseanne's boyfriend, I want to say to you, man, no matter what, you've got to stick with this woman. She may not be the perfect wife, but trust me, she's the worst ex-wife on the planet. Literally. You do not want to be the guy on the couch with your date and hear how small your penis is on Saturday Night Live. And then The View, and then CNN, and then Al Jazeera. She holds a grudge. Recently, Roseanne got in trouble for wishing cancer on a Chick-fil-A customer. But you guys can all relax. If she had the power to wish cancer on anyone, I would have been dead in 94. All right. Not so good?
Well,
anyway.
Maybe it was his delivery.
Maybe he had a better delivery than I did. All right, Roseanne's on the phone.
Oh, good.
Hey, Roseanne. Roseanne?
Yeah, hi, Howard.
You okay, baby?
Oh, God, it's early.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Where
You're up
are
this
you?
early.
You still out in Los Angeles?
LA. It's like 5:30. Hey, can you swear on this show?
Yes.
Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want here. There's complete freedom of speech. Roseanne, why would anyone, especially a woman in your position, why would you put yourself through a roast? Seriously, from a psychological point of view, I mean, it's endless fat jokes. Like, I was even thinking about it for myself. Like, if someone said to me they want to roast me, I don't think I'd want to put myself through it.
Why? It's fun.
Is it, though? I mean,
well, it is. I mean, I'd say that over the whole, it took about 3 hours to film it, you know.
Right.
But, you know, when it was up and running, there's some damn good jokes, man. You know, it's good to laugh at yourself. It's, you know, it's kind of a test to see how sound you are mentally and spiritually and everything else, like a warrior thing. And I knew I could do it. And, you know,
but could you really? But Roseanne, did you lay down rules? Like, I think if I had to be roasted, I think I would lay down some rules. I would say, look, I don't want you talking about my kids. I don't want you talking about I wouldn't even want them talking about my ex-wife. I wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying?
I do, and I did. Yeah, I asked them, you know, not to make jokes about certain things about me, and I asked them to make sure that they didn't, you know, do the kind of jokes they like to tell about any woman. I told them to class it up, bring it up to first grade, guys.
All right. When you say you laid down rules, what did you specifically say to lay off?
Well, don't talk about women's body parts and their smell and all that friggin' ridiculous kind of snake-like joke that a lot of guys think is funny, you know, and it's not, because there were a lot of women up there. So I just asked them to class it up, and you know they did. They did a great job.
Because then it's too easy. You said, like when like sometimes.
No easy. Yeah, well, don't talk about no shit jokes. You know, when I did Roseanne, that was my rule. You're not getting one shit joke in there.
Or like your pussy smells, or this kind of thing, like where they just take a woman's private parts and just rip them apart, so to speak.
Yeah, because there's other things you can make fun of a person for besides their asshole.
Right, and when a guy said, when someone gets up there and says, "Oh, you know, Roseanne was molested as a child," which is something that caused you a lot of pain, and Roseanne was molested as a child, and I feel so bad for her father, you know, that kind of thing. That didn't sting a little bit?
Actually, I told him don't do, if you're going to do any jokes like that, you know, don't have it be like like Sandusky would laugh.
Right. Like where a guy would think, oh yeah, it's okay to molest someone.
Yeah, but the one that, you know, they did, I guess they're going to take it out. They've been real nice to me, and, you know, of course I wouldn't have done it if they hadn't listened, but,
right.
You know, there were two jokes like that, and, you know, one of them I thought was really funny. I didn't think I would, but they say they're going to take him out, and now I find myself saying, leave that one, which you never know what you're going to do, you know.
Which one was that? Was that the Seth Green? They say they're going to take out the Seth Green comment where Jeff Ross compared him to the shooter in, in Colorado. I think they shouldn't take that out. I don't think it was disparaging to the victims of that thing. It was more disparaging to Seth Green and his movie career.
Well, I guess they've had a few calls, and they're. But yeah, the whole reason you have a comedy channel and a comedy roast and that level of comics is to push the envelope and, to try to go over the line. I mean, that proves we have a country of free speech. If you're going to go over the line, where is the line? You don't know till you go over it, and I kind of think it's important to keep that. But I was going to tell you the joke that I did think was funny, that I was mad about getting molested because I didn't get the candy.
Right,
I kind of thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was brilliant, really.
Yeah, it's going the right way with it. I mean, of course, you know, Howard and Robin, we could tell jokes about anything. It's just how we say them, you know.
Well, you're absolutely right. You know, I was saying, especially with this show, I've been in trouble many times because I don't even get the luxury of preparing my comments. Sometimes I'm talking off the cuff. Making people laugh is the hardest thing in the world.
You know what? But you're right, Howard, and it's like one of the most noble, too, especially in these tough times, you know, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, man, people need to laugh. I need to laugh, you know, and And, you know, of course, I just love jokes, and I love being around comedians, and I just love that level of thought and on-your-feet stuff, you know, Howard, that we do. It's awesome.
Roseanne, was there anybody there who tanked, in your opinion, who bombed, like didn't come off well making fun of you?
You know what? Nobody tanked. Everybody was real funny. There was, I thought, you know, of all the funny things that, I thought that the Wayne Brady, his joke was the one that most went over the line. And
the Sam Kinison, you're fat, you're loud, and you died in the 90s, that thing, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood. That's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
No, not that one. I thought those were kind of funny.
Right.
You know, there was just one that was like, ugh.
What do you say?
I can't remember because I have no memory because I smoke too much pot. But, you know, it was whatever where there was a cringe moment. But, you know, I just put my hands over my eyes on the cringe moments, and I only did that 3 times. And one was, of course, on the Colorado shooting one because, you know.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Although I think it should be there, and people, you know, they did get mad and, like, groan and stuff like that. But, you know, you got to respect a brave comic that'll go out there. You know, look what happened to Gilbert.
Right.
We can't keep letting them take us down like that. You know, we have freedom of speech here.
Right. You're referring to Gilbert tweeted a tsunami joke after the Japanese tsunami, and he lost his
job.
He lost his gig and stuff. Yeah, it's a weird thing because, you know, people don't realize how hard it is to know that line, you know. And I told this story yesterday to Jeff Ross. I said I was on Letterman right after the O.J. thing went on, and before any comedian made a joke, I went on there and made an O.J. reference, a joke, and Letterman really kind of blasted me for it. And then 3 days later, he was making O.J. jokes. It was suddenly okay. And that always struck me as like, well, someone's got to test the waters, right?
Yeah, and also I think psychically, you know, the one that tells the first joke is the one that kind of bursts the toxic bubble that we're, you know, it, like once we laugh at it, you know,
right.
You know, we kind of heal it a little bit, I think, you know.
Yeah, it's a tough line. Did you recently apologize for some of your tweets?
You know what? I apologize that I used the wrong word to convey a thought. It's really hard on there because you only get 140 characters, and
right.
I used the wrong word. I realized after. I couldn't understand why people were so angry, so I reread it about 50 times, and I was like, well, what? And then it hit me that I had used the word deserves, and it's not at all what I meant.
You're talking about Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah. I said anyone who eats hormone-infused, antibiotic-filled, factory-farm chicken, you know, deserves the cancer they're going to get. And, you know, that was after like 50 or 100 million tweets going, you're un-American. You know, I just got too pissed, and I spit out deserves, where I shouldn't have used the word deserves. What I was trying to say is, hey, if you eat shit, you're going to get sick.
Right, and you know, to me, now I will probably end up following you on Twitter because that sounds like you're saying something interesting, but as soon as you say something interesting along those lines, you get crap, and then it kind of beats the crap out of you to the point that you don't Twitter, and then you don't say anything interesting, right?
Yeah, I take a break once the idiot factor, you know, reaches tipping point. I just walk away for a while.
And with the Chick-fil-A thing, you know, I can't believe how many people don't understand. This isn't a freedom of. No one's saying the guy from Chick-fil-A can't say what he wants to say.
Well, he's trying to spin the shit, you know, and say now that it's freedom of speech. It is certainly not about that.
That's right.
People in America, they can't friggin' name the shit. You know, they can't be accurate and name the shit anymore. And then people make sure that they can't.
Yeah, it's subterfuge. The guy from Chick-fil-A, what I'm saying is, because I believe people have a right to get married and gay people have to have a freedom should feel as good about themselves as anybody else. They're saying, hey, listen, why should we support Chick-fil-A if they're going to be like this?
Right.
I mean, the dopey guy should just keep his mouth shut and serve the stupid chicken. I mean, any good businessman knows that. Don't give your political views.
Yeah, Yeah, especially when they're that extreme, and they include, like, deporting gays. I mean, it's not just about gay marriage. He says it is, but that guy, Mr. Cathy, he gave $5 million last year to these real extreme anti-gay things that say that, you know, that gays should be deported, among other things, and that, you know, pretty much hate speech setting them up to get, you know, attacked on the street.
Where does he suggest we deport them to? The moon? I mean, what, he doesn't have any gay
where's
people?
The gay state?
Here's what's the problem with a guy like that. He doesn't know any gay people? He doesn't have any gay relatives? He might even have a gay child.
Well, his name's Mr. Cathy. That's what cracks me up.
Yeah, Cathy. Well, maybe that's it. He's a little sensitive. Maybe he's trying to show how manly he is or something. I don't know. Now, are you still running for president?
Yeah, I'm still doing it, Howard.
And are you actually, like, in other words, when I go to vote, will I see the name Roseanne there?
Well, that's what it's really all about. The reason I'm doing it, Howard, is because it's about ballot access. Now, the party that I was elected, we're on the ballot in 14 states. The point is that a party, you know, other than this two-headed monster, this two-headed Republican monster, you know, there should be a third party that people have a real choice, not you know, two sides of the same coin. Like, okay, both Romney and Obama work for Wall Street. People should have a choice of a candidate who does not. And so, you know, that isn't even on the ballot in anything but 14 states.
What is the party?
That's kind of what I'm trying to increase.
What is the party you're with?
Peace and freedom.
And in other words, your point is if I can get this peace and freedom third party on more, you get a certain amount of votes, and then automatically it gets added to the voting booth.
Right. Well, my point is that people should have a socialist choice in at least a conversation. It should at least be included in the conversation, since it is the thing that saved this country after the last time Wall Street fucked us.
If you, so when you go into the voting booth, are you going to vote for yourself, or will you vote for Obama or Romney?
Well, you know, everybody has to ask themselves big moral questions, and you know, of course, I plan to vote for myself because I do think that I'm the only candidate who isn't bought and sold and full of shit. And but you know, it depends. You know, of course, even though I think they're basically the same, I think Obama's better than Romney. I think that he's 2% better.
Mm-hmm. What if you actually? What if something bizarre happened and you actually become president?
Then this country would be on its way to prosperity and peace and freedom. If I was president, believe me, there's no way that I know exactly how to fix every problem, and I know exactly how to do it, and I do it immediately, like they did it in Iceland. Read about Iceland, Howard. They kicked out the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and their economy is booming after 3 months because there's nobody there just stealing their damn money.
Well, I read that part of your platform is if you really do become president, you're going to drone attack Tom Arnold's house. What did you ask Willie Nelson to be your vice president?
I did, and he accepted.
He did, because the report I got was that he turned you down.
No. First he turned me down, and then he accepted. And I was so happy when he accepted my campaign and everything, and then like 1 hour later he withdrew.
So you still don't have a running mate?
I want some of the shit he's smoking.
Yeah. Do you smoke a lot of weed? Because there were a lot of references that you smoke weed.
You know what, Howard? I have glaucoma.
Right.
And I have medical marijuana. In California, it's legal.
Do you really have glaucoma, or is that just sort of something you got your doctor to go along with?
Well, it was cured, but she's still treating
yeah, right. Well, she's treating it.
I'm almost all but blind in my left eye now, and you know, I probably have to have surgery and all kinds of crazy stuff. My eyes are, you know, nothing.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you baked like 24 hours a day? Is it that much pot use?
Oh no, I only I take about one drag in the morning, Howard. I don't do it in the afternoon or at night.
Why the morning? That gets you sort of...
I have to read a lot in the morning, you know.
So you're saying it really does alleviate the symptoms of glaucoma?
Yeah, you have a lot of pressure in your eyes, and it does relieve it, and you can see better. But also, I just found out I also have cataracts. Christ, now I'm talking about how goddamn old I am. But can you believe cataracts?
It's depressing, isn't it?
Oh, it's just so fucking depressing. I guess I needed a laugh, and you know, loved being around people laughing. The audience was wonderful, and
Yeah, and talk to me about the decision. Take me through this decision, because I had Tom Arnold on my show, I'd say about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. And by the way, Tom did a really good job being on the show. He was witty, he was funny, he got people laughing. He was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his time on
I'm glad people like him and think he's funny now. When we were married, everybody was saying he wasn't funny.
You're right. And I was one of them.
Maybe we would have got along better if we hadn't had all that pressure constantly saying, that he's not funny and all that shit, which I felt they were just coming after me anyway. But, yeah, he is funny.
But did that influence you in your relationship with him? Like, when enough people keep saying he's just using Roseanne for her money, he's not funny, he's a user, he has no talent of his own, do you start to actually believe the people who are saying that?
No, I never believed it because, he was, I knew he was funny. I hired him to write for me. That's how we, made a relationship. But, it did affect us like, that kind of stuff does affect couples. And,
damn right it does.
It made him feel real bad. And then he would get mean about it, but he directed at me. So that's what ruined it.
Yeah, I've apologized to him.
Don't tell them. He'd go, you call them and tell them I am funny. And he'd be screaming until I did pick up the phone and go, hey, I want you to, and then he'd write down what I was supposed to say, or else, he'd just be screaming. So I go, I want you to know, and, part of me, of course, I wanted to defend him, but, it was just like, that was what my marriage was like, walking on eggshells. Anytime anybody said anything, I knew that, it was going to be an emotional price to pay. Like a lot of people who have unhappy, what do you call it?
Spouses,
it makes your life fucking hell.
Yeah, I never even stopped to consider that. Like all of the shitty thing, and I count myself among them, and I've apologized to Tom about this, because,
Well, hey, I thank you, because I'm damn glad I ain't married to that son of a bitch anymore.
Yeah, right, I know. But in a way, when you saw him at the roast, was there a part of you that still loved him?
I thought his head was fucking huge. I couldn't believe how big his head got.
Well, it seems like he's done some plastic surgery, right?
I have no idea. We haven't even talked in 19 years. I'll tell you, when he was coming on, first we heard that he did not want to do it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, he was on my show, and I forget if we talked about it off the air or on the air.
No, it was on the air.
It was on the. He said something to me. If Roseanne asked me to do it, would you think I should do it? Was that it, Robin? How did it go down?
It somehow came up like that, and he was saying, well, I don't think she wants to see me. I would do it, but I don't think she is open to it.
Yeah, he asked my opinion. Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
I remember because TMZ had reported that they had asked him, and I remember him saying that he wasn't sure that he wanted to do it. He thought that it was bad for his mental health, that he was like in a good place, and he wasn't sure he wanted to stir all that up again.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think he was really nervous and sort of scared to sort of see you, and I don't blame him.
But then he started calling. Then he gave a call over to Comedy Central, and he told them, he would be happy. He would be very happy to do it if asked.
Yeah, well, I kind of said to him, I said, Tom, it will be the greatest showbiz moment to see you and Roseanne. I said, if you can get through it, and if you can, go there with a good spirit, it will be phenomenal.
Well, at first he said he would, like Willie Nelson. Then the next day he said he wouldn't. Then the next day his publicist said they wouldn't let him. I called him, and I left a message on his phone, and I said, hey, you have my personal guarantee that it's not going to get ugly. None of this roast is going to be ugly and filthy. Right. At least, I have control over that, and they're very gracious. And I give you my word that nothing, to harm you or make you feel horrible or ruin your career or your life or anything like that's going to happen. And it's just a good opportunity for both of us to show the world that we've moved on, and this is a brand new day. And
but have you moved on?
My heart's in the right place, and I hope you'll show up and tell some jokes. Will be great.
Oh.
So then the next thing, people came in my, but I want to say, I thought it was a good enough roast without him, but I thought, well, everybody kept asking me, so why not give the fans what they want, right?
Well, your first reaction was, hey, I don't want him. He was the one guy you made a stipulation. I don't want him on the roast, right? That was your initial reaction.
No, I always thought, that I would ask him.
Oh, you
Because,
did.
You know, everybody wants to see that. So, I mean, my first thing is, you know, I want to entertain the audience. So you got to do what you got to do, right?
What do you think that is about performers, that you'll actually put your own mental health at risk just to please the
I wasn't
audience?
putting my mental health at risk at all.
Well, seeing him again might set you off in the sense that, like, you go, oh, what the fuck? You know, I'm done with this guy. I don't want to be a part of this guy anymore. But you know what? Fuck it. It's going to be great television. I'll put myself through it.
Well, I knew that. It wasn't going to, like, and I know I don't have any emotional investment in it whatsoever. So I knew it wasn't going to upset me unless, you know, he took off after me. But I knew he was smarter than that because, you know, I figured the first time when he said no, it's because he can't take the retort. And, you know, it's a harsh retort.
Right.
But, you know, he took it, so I thought that was brave. But afterwards, you know, I thanked him, and I said, well, onward and upward. Good luck to you in your life. And, you know, it's a good thing. Also, you know, all the shit going on in our country, all this hate, I sort of thought, hey, if I can have this moment and show it, you know, maybe I'll influence other people. Get past old shit, you know, even politically, countries, maybe there can, I say in my act, or when I followed him, I said, you know, I realized that if I could bury my boiling, ceaseless hatred for Tom Arnold, there could maybe be peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, no, I remember. I mean, it was such a vicious hatred in the sense that you even said, hey, he took millions of dollars of mine that I had in a box or something. I don't remember the exact story you told me. But, you know, you felt he had stolen from you. And so I guess my question was, gee, when you really go through something like that and you still kind of harbor those feelings and you finally just kind of wipe this guy out of your mind, you don't have to see him anymore, this, that, and the other thing, you kind of put that all aside to please the audience, and that's what's crazy about performers, myself included. There's sometimes I'll do stuff I don't even want to do, but I know it'll be great television or radio.
Yeah, you're right there. And, you know, comics and stuff, we'll do anything for a laugh. I mean, of course, we've all embarrassed ourselves at some point, but that's just part of it. We're open people and honest.
But Tom's very well off now. Do you think he should pay you back?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. Yeah, I know you do.
I sure do.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm
that's my kid's money. He definitely should pay me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so, but somehow you put that aside, and even after the roast, it would have been awkward if you didn't go up to him and say anything. Yeah, so you walked over to him. He didn't walk over to you.
No, he went backstage, and I came backstage, and I just, you know, I said, I really, you know, think you were brave, and you really did great. Your jokes were good.
Did he go to hug you? Did he hug you?
Well, that. You know, of course he did that, but that was on the stage.
I see. But when you were backstage, did he shake your hand or hug you?
No, but I patted him on the lapel there, and I said, onward and upward, Tom. Let's roll. Let's go.
There was a report that backstage he tried to steal your purse. Is that true?
No, I didn't have a purse.
You did not have a purse?
No.
You do not have
to bring it.
After he was done and he came off the stage, you know, I was like, oh, no, that was an awkward moment. And I just kind of held my hand up so he could kiss my hand like the Pope or something.
Right.
But he went for the full hug, and I was like, oh, God. That one I was a little scared of. But, you know, it was okay. There wasn't no dagger in his hand from my back or anything.
So when we watch the Roast of Roseanne Sunday night at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central, we're going to see Tom hugging you.
You know what you're going to see, though? You're going to fucking see so many funny comics, like, with great jokes. And, you know, Gilbert, he just put me away. Gilbert made me almost fall on the floor and pee my pants.
Yeah,
Gilbert is a great roaster.
Yeah,
he's a great comic.
Yeah.
He called you Rosella.
Everybody was funny.
He called you Rosella.
Rosella was the funniest damn thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't get my breath.
Did you wait?
You know who was really funny was that new girl, Amy Schumer.
Amy is really funny.
She's terrific. In fact, she said of you, I was surprised you were running for president. I just thought a lot of people couldn't picture you like running.
There was a lot of those kind of jokes. But, you know, those are funny. I didn't at any time feel that, you know, it had gone below into the toilet level like I've seen it do before, you know.
Is it true that Sharon Stone was booked for the roast and then canceled?
Well, you know what? She's doing a movie, and they moved their movie schedule, so it wasn't, you know, she couldn't get out of the movie, so, you know, she apologized and all that stuff.
You believe she's actually doing a movie?
Well, that's what we were told.
I see. So there was
But that's what I was telling you, Howard. There are a lot, and it's often very...
She's loonier and shit. I would have had a great retort for her.
Yeah.
But Carrie Fisher was on there, and boy, was she funny.
Yeah, everyone seemed to do a good job. Everyone, from what I'm hearing about it and reading about it, it seems like it's going to be a good night.
But oftentimes, a lot of attractive women will back out.
Yeah. Well, why do attractive women back out? Because they think
they're afraid. They can't take it.
They can't take it. Yeah,
taking the retort is like the hardest thing on earth.
You're absolutely right, because Sharon Stone, who is known for her great beauty, people are going to take shots at her saying your beauty is faded, and they really don't have a sense of humor about it.
Well, Sharon can deliver a punchline, believe it or not, and I think she was very excited to be there. She was, but they just moved the schedule and she couldn't. So
is she a good friend of yours?
She's a good friend-ish.
Is it true that you and John Goodman have been signed to do another sitcom together?
Well, no. We did that pilot and they didn't like it.
Okay.
But, I suppose we could do that again anytime we wanted to, but, you have to question all that stuff. Plus, we're so damn old, but I'll tell you, the one we did, the one pilot, the week we worked together, it was just a blast. It's just a wonderful, wonderful, fun, great time.
When you talk about that menopause has killed your sex drive, are you joking, or are you saying that, like, you've completely dried up and you don't have sex with your man anymore?
Well, I'll do it once in a while, but I do try to get out of it.
You do? Because why? Because it's just, in other words, you look at a guy now and it's like, oh, why bother?
When you get old, you'll find out. I guess they got Viagra for old men, which that should be illegal. But,
right.
Your body
it's not
changes,
fair.
Yeah, and, you're just kind of, Christ, you're too damn tired.
You dry up, right? I mean, in other words, it's hard to lubricate.
Jesus, Howard.
Come on, Roseanne. Let people know.
Well, yes, that is part of it, but that's just a symptom of it. The real problem is that, it's just, your get up and go just gets up and goes.
Well, maybe you should just save yourself for sex. Stop doing all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
I know that's kind of what my boyfriend suggests.
Does your boyfriend say to you, look, Roseanne, I have needs, and, try to do something. Do something for me. I mean, to just sort of dry up on him and not go anywhere with it. I mean, that is unfair to him, isn't it?
Well, I try to be a good girlfriend.
Right.
Christ, it's hard, I don't know. I'd rather have pie and just like sleep and try to fix the goddamn world.
If Willie Nelson isn't your running mate, who is?
My running mate is Cindy Sheehan.
And what is she, an actress?
Cindy Sheehan, hon. Remember the woman who she lost her son Casey in Iraq, and she occupied George Bush down there in Crawford, Texas.
The Iraq War protester.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's your running mate. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, I've got the whole story now. Let's review.
Okay.
We first want to say she showed America that she can get past things and reunited with Tom Arnold for television's sake. She did it. She sat like Jesus. She sacrificed herself for you, so you should want.
Actually, he had some great jokes, and he was real funny.
Yeah, well, that's. Did it bother you when he started to have real success? When he was in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was having a major career. Did it irk you in some way? Like, did you become, I don't want to say jealous, but just like, oh, I don't want to see him do well?
Not at all. No, I'm the one who took all the shots so that he did get famous. And, he just kind of turned into a monster at that point.
He did?
So, but I didn't begrudge the work I personally had done to get him.
How did he turn into a monster at that point?
Huh?
How did he turn into a monster at that point? Was he difficult to work with?
Oh, I don't know what he was like to work with, but he was impossible to be married to or live with.
Wow. And who has more money now? I would still think you have more money than Tom, but I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how much. He's done 50 movies. I don't know.
Do you think he might have more money than you?
Probably. That's the way shit goes, isn't it?
Well, you have to think, though, he had a couple of other marriages where he didn't sign prenups, remember?
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah. He might be cleaned out, too.
Well, I I do wish him well. You know, he told my boyfriend on the show, he said, whatever you do, stay with her. She's a horrible wife, but she makes an even worse ex-wife.
Right. Do you really wish him well? Seriously, if I gave you the power now to wish him well or to wish him ill, what would you wish him?
Of course, I wish everyone well.
You do?
Of course. Otherwise, you know, I'd have all that hate inside me, and I'd be a miserable old bitch, and I'm not.
Right, right. Did you always know that your TV daughter was gay? Was that a shock to you?
Who, Sarah?
Sarah, yeah. I know Sarah now. I've been on her show. And
yes, I always knew she was gay because she liked Jodie Foster movies.
That's the sign, right? That's how you know.
I used to make fun of her. I'm like, come on, Jodie Foster. Especially after Jodie Foster did that one movie where she played the grand same here. That one where she couldn't even talk.
Nell.
Right, Nell, right.
Anybody who liked that movie, you know, they were definitely you know, they were undecided on their sexuality and their humanity.
Why was no one from your former huge hit sitcom on the roast? Do they not like you? Do they not get along with you? Why was Sarah not there? Why? I mean, Tom, of course, was a writer there, but aside from Tom, I mean, Sandra Bernhard. I'm trying to think who else was on the show. Tom Goodman. Where the hell was he?
John Goodman.
John Goodman, not Tom.
You know, they were all asked, and you know, people had other commitments, or you know, or they're, you know what it is, Howard. You know this, I think.
Okay.
Everybody's got a publicist.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they're really Satan's hordes.
Yes.
They really do all, they're all like, you know, it's all just image. And
do you have a publicist?
Yeah, but he's not like they are.
Well,
and everybody's like, you can't do that because you won't look this and that. I mean, obviously, my publicist doesn't give a shit what I do.
Right.
But, you know, I think they stop them and they say, oh, you're going to get up there and you're going to get called names. People, again, Howard, you know, you got to have a thick skin and, you know, a good sense of humor about yourself to take the retort. And a lot of people in Hollywood, as you know, Howard, they don't have a sense of humor about themselves, and they're like overly sensitive, big whining fucking babies.
Right. No, you make a good point. I mean, it's a hard thing to take. So, okay.
You don't want to put yourself out there to just be knocked when you're trying real hard to get a job, and that's the other part of it, too. And why I asked Comedy Central, could we not, like, have people walking away feeling slimed?
Right.
So, you know, they did a good job, and they let me bring in some new writers, and they got some new writers, and I noticed a few of them were women, and that's a big step up there for Comedy Central, and I was glad they did it. And I think they should continue looking at hiring more women writers.
Roseanne, should Romney have to release his tax returns?
Not only should he have to do that, yes, absolutely. He should give back every dime he stole from the American people. There'd be no problem in this country whatsoever. Everybody be living great.
And will you release your tax returns? I
No.
know there's a big call for no.
Hell no.
You won't do it.
Well, I mean, if I have to, I will. But I mean, I'm not stealing any federal money. And you know, Romney, you know, there's questions of that. But certainly, I've never even been within 5 feet of where they got all the money hidden over there in Washington.
You feel Romney stole from the American people?
I think he stole from God and the world. I think the guy's like the biggest friggin' thief that ever lived, and he's self-righteous about it on top of it.
Listen, Roseanne, you've said it all. You know you've said it all.
Mm-hmm. Not all.
You're close to. All right, that's true. You got a little shy when it came to menopause and drying up.
Well, because I have grandsons, Howard.
Listen, they need to know about this. One day they're going to get old.
They're only 2 or 3.
They need to know about drying up.
When they were 5, my one grandson said to my boyfriend, he goes, why do you want to have sex with an old lady like my granny?
That's nice. Way to throw you under the bus. Listen, it's great talking to you. Come see us when you're in New York.
Yeah, I really appreciate both of you. You're doing great, and thanks for having me.
All right, I love having you on.
Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye, Roseanne. That's Roseanne. I don't know if she's saying Roseanne Barr anymore. Maybe she went back to it. For a while, she wasn't Roseanne Barr.
Well, was she just a one-name person, Roseanne?
She went to. Remember when you went to Ophelia? That's where she got the idea. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr. Yeah, she's
I thought
back.
She was Roseanne Barr.
All right, listen. For a while, it wasn't.
The TV show was Roseanne.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a time when Robin tried to change her name to Roseanne Quivers. Didn't fly.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
I'm Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey, and on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about Warren Sapp, NFL legend. He came in here, he talked about a variety of things. He talked about what it's like to have sex and how he can't hold out that long. But then we talked about some football stuff, too. Had a great moment where we talked about what it's like to sack the quarterback. Anyway, here's what happened on the wrap-up show.
I want to start off with Warren Sapp. Gary, before he came in, I was talking about it's always great when Howard interviews a football player, a professional sports player, because he doesn't really follow it, yet you end up hearing more and learning more about the athlete than you ever knew before.
The thing that makes Howard great with athletes is because he doesn't know a lot about sports, there's no hero worship. So there's no, it's not, oh my God, Warren Sapp here. So Howard's like, oh, there's a football player here that people say is pretty good, and he seems very interesting. So there's none of that like, oh my God, I saw you when you were in Miami, I saw you at the Super Bowl. So all that shit goes out the window. So all the interviews you've heard Warren Sapp do, this one's already different.
Do you think Warren is an angry guy?
I thought that the interview was contentious in a funny way.
What do you mean?
I mean that there were times where Warren seemed irritated by Howard, but because Howard didn't seem to have his facts right. And I mean, I never thought it was going to, come to anything, but he was like he was sort of mixing it up with Howard, not taking any shit from him.
Yeah, and I thought that made him an interesting guest.
Absolutely.
But do you remember that draft when he was just plummeting in the NFL and eventually got picked by Tampa?
Vaguely. Who was the number one pick in that draft?
Oh, God, I don't know. It was 95? I don't remember. Will, you should probably come down with that. But I do know. I know that's the year the Jets took Kyle Brady before Warren Sapp.
Yes, of course. But I do have a major.
Kanjana Carter. That's who it was.
I have a major connection with Warren. We were talking about today. He and I did Hollywood Squares together, and we spent the whole day together. And at the time, this had to be like 99, 2000 or something like that. And he gave me his cell phone number. He said, "I really want to do Howard Stern show." After we went to break, he got up and he said, "There's only two people I've ever wanted to be on this show. You and Letterman." And now I've done that. So he had given me his number, and I called him a bunch of times trying to get him on the show. It just never worked out.
I'm glad he came on today. Scott in Mississippi, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good, Scott. What's on your mind?
It's I'm glad Gary brought up the bounty scandal with the New Orleans Saints with him because, for a guy that says that he had a conspiracy theory on his draft pick, he sure does, and how people make up evidence. He sure didn't have a whole lot of opinion on that whenever he brought it up.
Well, I brought it up, and he said that he had a source that told him that Jeremy Shockey was a whistleblower. That was it. What's the conspiracy theory?
Well, the fact that the NFL hadn't brought out any evidence against the Saints, except for like 200 pages that they claimed to have 5,000, and he just didn't have a whole lot of opinion on the bounty scandal in general. Just the fact that he had
we didn't ask him whether we thought it was wrong or right. He basically said, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't need $1,000 isn't going to make me hit a guy any harder.
Which I thought was interesting. Like that is why are people offended by it? Is it Was it the hit to injure somebody?
Yeah, right. In other words, you're giving somebody money if you can knock somebody out of a game. And even though football is an incredibly violent game, and even though people get hurt all the time, to say that you're going out there, I mean, I guess you could say, I'm going out there and I'm going to, play my best, but you can't say I'm going to go out there and,
But so the bounty wasn't just for a tackle, allegedly. It was for an actual injury?
It could be for a variety. If you knock a guy out.
If you knock somebody out of the game, you'd get X amount of dollars.
If a guy limps off the field, whatever it is, that sort of thing.
But, yeah, Warren made it very clear. He was like, look, the money's nothing at that point because they're all doing very well in the NFL. And I thought with Shockey, he said he had a source and that was it and kind of wanted to move off of that.
I will wonder, because Warren works for the NFL, right?
Right. Well, he
works for NFL Network now.
He was on NFL Network and he's on a show on Showtime called Inside the NFL, which I believe the NFL controls pretty well too, right?
He's not on Inside the NFL anymore.
But I'm saying, when I brought it up, he said, I'm on the NFL Network. He goes, he said it when he was on the NFL Network, but he got thrown off the show he didn't say it on.
Right.
That's the show he got tossed off of. But I thought I thought there was a lot of very interesting insight into football today. He kept bringing up the point, like, I play for pleasure on Sunday. It's the other 6 days they pay me. He goes, I go out there, that's pleasure. And his description of what it's like to beat a tackle and get to the quarterback and put him down, I thought was amazing.
Did you think he was going to be a bigger guy? I guess you had met him before, though.
And I think when I met him, he was a bigger guy.
Yeah. Well, he said he came out of high school. Down. He was 225 in high school, and he was over 300 when he was playing pro.
Right.
I mean, but he said he's smaller, but he was fast, and that's really why he was such an exceptional.
Well, and he made the joke, which I don't think Howard got. He goes, I feel like I'm a big guy with a safety.
Safety, yeah.
Did you guys understand what he said? What he was saying that would have been a motivation for making up drug reports about him?
No, I don't think nobody understood what he had a conspiracy theory.
He said there was two new teams.
He said Jacksonville and Carolina were the expansion teams he was talking about.
Right.
And he said, but he never explained what the reason would be. Like
why would help someone if he wasn't.
Well, he said that there had to be an explanation why one of those teams didn't take him.
Right.
But I don't know who would be behind that. So does it mean that neither one of those teams wanted him, so they colluded to have him lower so it didn't look bad for them?
I couldn't figure it out. I mean, Jacksonville took Baselli and Carolina took Kerry Collins, so who knows? The bottom line is Tampa had a great draft, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl a few years later. Bobby in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now. How are you guys?
Hey, Bobby.
This is like a recurring theme that I listen, avid listener. Howard always talks about kind of prematurely going, he can't hold his own sexually. And today Warren said the same thing. It baffles my mind that men that have been having sex for so long, still can't hold off. I don't know. It's weird to me that someone, even like Warren, who's had so many people in his life, still will admit to something like premature ejaculation. It's just very odd. I wanted to know what you guys thought about that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I fall more into their category. And I do feel really immature about it. But then I guess there's a part of me that says I still get excited. And that's a good thing.
Right.
It's better than being, not being able to, I would be much more embarrassed not to be able to get an erection.
I think when Dax and Bradley were in there, they talked about that too. Do you remember, Benji, who said that? Anybody who says they're going an hour, it's just not true.
Or I think Dax was saying that it's not like women, guys who don't understand women, that women don't want it that long.
I've heard women say, not porn women, but women that I know say, you don't want a guy fucking you for an hour. That's just ridiculous. And it's like, get on with it already.
But every time I think, okay, this is the time. This is the time I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna and then.
Do you ever have one of those where you're just doing so well, and then as soon as you tell yourself you're doing well, that's the end of
it? Jeff in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
That's what I'm saying. That was a great interview. It was one of those interviews where you felt like three guys sitting around a kitchen table with a woman in the background being Robin. It just turned out to be a great interview, man.
Yeah, it was really good. And by the way, you really need to see it on Howard TV because Will came over and he'll attest to this. Some of the faces that Warren was making, there was one time where Howard was talking about something and he had this complete look of shock, and then he would have a look of anger. It was just he was making really funny faces.
Hey, it's Richie Wilson. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, there was a big discussion on who was omitted from my wedding invite list. A couple of guys from the radio side were a little pissed off. Lisa G wouldn't come down. And I think it all worked out well in the end because I defended myself and I explained why I cut those people off the list. So, check it out.
And we're going to get into Richie Wilson's wedding list. Some people left off. Some people, only actually 4 or 5 left off, mostly everybody included. I think on this show, the only way, not the only way, but almost the only way you find out how someone really feels about you is when these situations occur.
Well, I got a question for Richie. Did you see this bit coming?
Oh, yeah. You knew it was going to, you knew it was inevitable.
Right.
And when you're in it, Richie, I mean, you said yourself, you're black and white. You know, this is how you stand. If someone doesn't like you, you want to know. And I'm sure you feel the same way. If you don't like somebody, you're going to let them know.
They know.
So did any of this come as a surprise to anybody today?
Richie does let people know,
yes,
right?
He does.
Where there are a lot of people who
I mean, with everything, if I like a restaurant, if I like a movie, if I like this, it's
but it's different
yes
with
people.
people.
No, but it's yes and no. I'm not going to.
People are at restaurants,
but I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass or up anybody's ass and be smiling to their face and then not like them or talk shit behind their back.
I think that the one thing I would disagree with you about today is when you said it's black and white. It really isn't black and white. In other words, there's people that I like here, and there's people that I like more than others here. And the people that I don't like as much as others doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means I haven't gotten to know them as well. And so there's a lot. It's not black and white. I don't either love someone or hate someone. There is a middle ground.
There is. Okay, then there's like, indifferent, and don't like.
Well, no, there's like a little bit more. It's not like, indifferent, and hate.
But
I mean, it is to you,
okay,
maybe.
like Steve Brandano. I like Steve. I am very fond of Steve. But I think we have maybe 4 words a year to each other.
But okay,
you know what I mean?
But
So, and I like Steve.
But you got to the point where there were 5 people.
Actually, no, there's more. There's more. Ralph's not on the list.
Is Tracy?
Millman, yes. Because Rachel and Tracy hang out a lot off the air with Richard Christie's wife, and all those girls hang out.
I totally understand me being off the list. Totally get that. I was surprised at Will and Steve because it just seems a little glaring. But I think that having done this, it's always glaring when you leave somebody off.
Yeah, Will, you seem surprised in the sense that not that you were left off, but like Jason and other people were included.
Yeah, no, I did not expect to be invited to the wedding. But then when I saw that everybody else was invited, I go, okay, this is a message that he doesn't like you.
No, I like Will. There has to
just
be
not enough to invite him.
Cutoff line at some point. Like, okay, why wasn't I invited to your wedding?
I invited probably 3 guys from Howard TV. I didn't invite anybody from our news department.
That's all he invited from your office. 3
What
guys.
do you mean?
He invited John, Jason,
Scott the engineer,
Scott, JD, all the on-air people.
Tracy. Basically, all the people that his wife had a relationship. Did you invite anyone from the office that you wanted there?
Initially, the whole horseshoe, I was going to say no as a whole to.
What's the horseshoe?
whole
The bullpen?
area. Yeah, no as a whole to.
Right.
And Rachel was like, listen, I want John there. I've had a relationship with John. John's a great guy. I want him there. And then I said, okay, anybody else? And she said, Jason. I emailed Jason a lot. Every time I see him, we have a great time together. I want Jason there. And I said, great.
Jason, good friends.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised by that too.
Every time she's up here, they get like a little chatter group going.
Howard,
the 2 of them.
Rachel Fine, Richie Wilson. Yeah, no, I like her. She helps me out with the website. We talk dipping sauces all the time. She actually, I went to go see her last year sing in the city, and actually I think that made Richie and I better friends because then we found out we both watched the same TV shows, and you know.
And so what's your relationship with Benji? Because Benji's always the wild card.
See, it's interesting. This is going to be fun. Benji got an invite without a +1. Benji got a solo invite.
Because I date Rachel.
No, Benji, is that insulting to you in any way?
Well, yeah, because I have a girlfriend, and that's a serious girlfriend.
And I'll be honest about that.
You don't want? Is it specifically
I'll tell
you don't
exactly
want her
why. We had 3 interactions with Elisa. 2 of them were extremely unpleasant.
Well, do you know about that?
Well, when I didn't get a +1.
And we also don't want the Benji. We don't want the Benji and Elisa show.
But Benji, did you know that there were 2 unpleasant interactions with your girlfriend and Rachel and Richie?
I don't know. If you want to, I don't know.
The first one was the night you brought her to Rick's to introduce her to a bunch of people, and she was very cold and rude to everybody there that night. And the second one was the Christmas party where she was just extremely rude to everybody.
Well, she was weird. I don't know that she was rude. She was odd.
No, but like when people said hello, it was hi and gave out like the like the bent hand.
Yeah, but she was. I look at her. She was under the hypnotic shtick coma of Benji.
She was in shtick coma.
Well, I wasn't gonna make a big deal, but when I didn't get a +1, I wasn't gonna go because I took that as a intentional
and we figured that you were not going to come.
That's the best invite ever. So if I haven't been, he won't come.
So it was intentional.
No, but we figured we didn't want Elisa there. But we figured if we did that, Benji wasn't going to come. But we like Benji, and we wanted to invite Benji, but we knew.
But I think, I don't know, you're being very insulting to my girlfriend, who is a wonderful person. And if you don't like her, that's fine.
I'm just going by the interactions I've had. They've been unpleasant.
But you realize it's hard to split a couple up. In other words,
I know.
You would be insulted if you were invited and someone said they didn't want Rachel.
If Benji got invited and invited myself and not Rachel, I wouldn't go either.
All right. I do want to talk about one other thing, because the thing that I found most interesting this morning, like I said, I did not expect to be invited. When he said why Will wasn't invited, he had, I thought, a fairly reasonable explanation. Same for Steve. But Lisa G, flat out, you just don't like Lisa G.
No, she's a dud. Come on. You want somebody that was going to be fun. And we, listen, in the past, especially in the past few months with the way she's been on the show, with her whole, she wants to be paid for everything. She just let
But are you basing this on the show or a personal relationship?
Both. She leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Right, so you don't like her.
Yeah, pretty much, and she and she knows that. It's.
Does she? I got the impression when I saw her today that she might have learned it for the first time.
Oh no, she knows.
This came as a surprise to Lisa.
I think so. I went back to the office because I dropped off a piece of paper, and I just I said, "Were you surprised?" She's like, "A little."
Tim Sabian, are you offended that you're one of the few who are not invited to the Wilson Fine affair?
Well, Richie and I have known each other for a while, and I didn't really expect to be invited. I love Richie. I have no problems with him. I think we get along great, and we're just not. We don't hang out afterwards. If we hang out, it's comfortable. But we just don't spend a lot of time.
I will tell you this, Richie.
I would invite Tim. If I spend more time with Tim, he'd be on there in a second.
By the way, I honestly think a lot of Richie's stuff. I think there's a lot of jealousy against my girlfriend. I think Rachel is threatened by my girlfriend and jealous.
Not at all.
And I like Rachel
and
a lot.
Not at all threatened or jealous.
Don't worry about it, Richie. Tim won't go anyway.
Two of the encounters I found jealousy, and one I found pleasant.
No, we're doing the Benji shtick.
Steve,
I'm not going to get into that.
No, I'm telling you, girls are very jealous of my girlfriend because she's very hot, and it makes a lot of girls very jealous.
She is very hot.
I know you were wondering, why are you on this list?
I'll say this with people in this room, and I don't know how that goes, but I was not expecting to get invited to Richie's wedding, and what he said on the air is what I would expect. The problem is I know there's been contention with Gary in the past. Even Will, and there's been friction with Will and Richie, and I know that he doesn't like Lisa G. So with that math, that's what worries me, because then I'm either
you're the exception. You're
okay, but then by that,
understand your point. I understand your point.
Okay, all right. Because everybody else, like he said, if Lieberman's going and Scott and JD and blah blah blah. And I know
Lieberman's only been here for 9 months.
Yeah, so then I was just the guy that got left off, which it wouldn't be the first time.
So
but I also interact with Lieberman a lot more, and Rob Martin I work with all the time, and I hang out.
You work with everyone here all the time.
But I hang out with Rob. Rob and I are friends.
Look, when you say you hang out, where do you guys hang out? What would you do?
Drinking. We go out to bars. I set him up on a date with a friend of mine.
Wait, hold on, guys. Will, what do you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, you can be honest. If it's because you don't like me, I know you said you don't like Gary, then that's fine. But I just wish you would say that rather than...
Right, you say you would tell somebody, so I want you to tell them.
Will. I like you. I don't know what the problem is. I like you.
Well, we also heard the comment, too, that, it was very black and white.
Right,
and that's what worries me, too. How could that be?
If I like you, I don't like you. And I like you, Will. I don't. Right. I mean, I do. I like you a lot. and I mean, there was that one time where you may have thought I was being cold, and you called me out on it, and it really made me say, "Oh shit, maybe I was being a little off to Will," and I felt bad about it. All right, and I made a conscious effort not to, because I like you.
Did the because you like Steve? Do people in different groups, if Steve's rank of if someone in the TV room, would they have to have the same? If they had the same rank of
TV guy's not invited to the
No. What I'm saying is,
who are the Howard TV guys?
Is the threshold of for Steve the same as someone in the Howard TV room, or do you have different?
But I also spend a lot more time with the Howard TV guys than I do with Steve.
So it is safe to say that you like me more than some of the guys that are invited that work for Howard TV.
No, Howard TV. A lot of Howard TV guys aren't invited. The only Howard TV guys that are coming, like the guys I've been around with.
Is Phelan coming?
Oh, yeah. I've known Phelan for 15
So
years.
Phelan, and Ganji.
Exactly.
I think what Steve is saying is there anyone from the Howard TV room that you invited because you worked alongside them for so long that maybe you actually like Steve better?
No, there's nobody that got an invite just because I worked with them for a long time.
You don't like me then. That's
I like Steve. No, everybody from Howard TV that I invited are people that I either have worked with for years or I've hung out with outside of work for a lot of.
I will give you one piece of small advice if you want to hear it. Just having been down this road myself. Not inviting somebody as high caliber as Tim, but inviting their right arm, which I'm assuming McClure's invited, right?
Because Liza and Rachel are very good friends.
Big mistake. For whatever reason, I'm not. Sometimes there were people invited to my wedding that had to be invited. It's just the way life works.
But it's our wedding.
I got it with my wedding
our
too.
Wedding.
No, I got it, and I'm just
we
saying.
We should be able to invite who we want.
You will, and you may pay the price for it down the road.
Okay.
One last question: how did Tabitha Stevens make the cut?
Exactly.
Because Tabitha and I have been friends for years. We email, we text. We're always in contact with each other.
Isn't it fun making lists, Richie?
I know.
Oh yeah.
And I sympathize on that level.
You went through this.
It's obnoxious, but and then the best part is. A year from now, the list could be completely different.
That's right.
Exactly. And you know what? In 10 years, we'll probably look at those pictures and go, "Who the fuck is that person?"
I just celebrated my 20th anniversary, and I turned around to Mary and I go, "What the fuck was her name?" And Mary's I couldn't remember, and I was like, "What was that guy's name?" Remember, we were such good friends with him and his girlfriend, and we couldn't remember their names.
Why isn't Steve Brandano in any of these photos?
20 years ago, you're going to look back at those photos and go, "Wow, remember when Jason was skinny?" That's going to be scary. That's going to be scary. Hey, another tip: Tim writes a mean check, so if there is an open spot. But like, there must have been people you invited that you knew you had to invite when it comes to like family. You had to invite some. You're telling me.
Well, my family is very small. You can fit.
Right, but I'm saying there's cousins and aunts and uncles that you know this, right? You have to invite them, and you invite them, and you're sitting there going, "I can't believe I have to have my fucking cousins from wherever." When there's a friend at work, I'd rather have. But that's just the way it goes. I had a section of the room devoted to people I didn't want at my wedding. It was like 3 tables in the back left corner. If you were sitting there, that's like the Scott Salem section of the. No, I mean not at my wedding, the Scott Salem section, but general. Right. We call the Scott Salem section the place where the duds section. Right, I know what you're saying.
I was at that table at Howard's wedding, right next to Scott Salem.
Oh, I know you guys were bitter about that. Who was at the table? Was you and Jason at Scott Salem? No, not me. I had prime real estate.
Jason had a different table.
So who were you at the table? You and Scott Salem, Haji,
Phelan,
the kid with one leg.
I don't even know if I want to get into the names who are at the table, but
Will
you can definitely tell you're on the potpourri table.
Will was in a different restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Well then,
Ken, you're on the wrap-up show.
As far as Lisa's concerned, Richie, you couldn't have made a clearer statement. I mean, you said, Gary and I have had some run-ins. You said, Steve and I don't hang out. You said Will didn't invite me to his wedding, but you just flat out said, would you invite her?
When you're making a list, again, as somebody else speaking from experience, like what happens is, for me anyway, you go over and then you start looking for what are quote unquote the easier cuts. And, a guy like, Lisa G, where, hey, if you had an endless budget and an endless party, sure, she's on the list, but okay, you got to start making cuts.
I don't think she would be on Richie's list.
Well, maybe
on
not.
What he said.
Yeah, like in other words, if the room were 250, Lisa and I still ain't coming, correct?
You would.
Wow.
See?
But I feel honored and bad for Lisa.
Here's the thing.
We should try and get Lisa.
The place holds 150. We invited 200.
Right.
And we're hoping that a lot of people cancel, and they're actually coming.
Right.
So we could be seriously fucked.
Oh, we used to. My running joke was when you get the card back from somebody that's not coming, it's like ka-ching. It's like you're making money.
We purposely invited people. Rachel has relatives in Australia and England, so they're the ones that we knew weren't going to come, so we had to invite them. Are they coming? Anyway, and now they're coming. We're like, oh, shit.
Quick question, like in the tournament, the basketball college tournament, it's last 4 in, last 4 out. So we're on that last 4 out list. So
maybe
I'm just trying to figure out where that line was. Who like, were you putting Jason and I together and saying, all right, one of these guys can't make it? Here's the upside and downside on both of them?
I wasn't doing that. I was just like, okay, is there anybody that we didn't invite? And Rachel was like, I like John and Jason a lot. And I was like, well, then it is everybody in that whole general bullpen area.
She said, fuck
them. And yeah, she said, fuck those guys. I hate them.
I mean, I was clearly, and I'm thrilled to be going. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. You're my boy.
Regret that
but, I got an email from Richie about 2 weeks ago saying, hey, man, what's your address? And I figured that it was for the wedding. So that just proves, I wasn't on the early draft of the wedding list. So that just proves I came in later. And by the way, I did crunch the numbers. Richie would have to get married in Giant Stadium for Lisa G to be invited to the wedding.
What did you guys think of Fred's reaction today when the save the date came up?
I understood what Howard was saying. And again, I think Fred reacted a little too quickly. If you get a save the date card,
I would say that that's a really good shot that you're invited. So when he said, I don't know if I'm invited, he could have even said, I think Fred, if he would have said, I got to save the date card. And Howard goes, oh, and that would have been it. But he goes, well, I'm not sure if I'm invited. And Howard goes, well, you either got an invitation or you didn't. It's a miscommunication, and Howard loves to exploit that.
I have a feeling that Fred didn't know if the invitation came.
Well, it may not have.
Actually,
but it might have, and he might have not even known that Allison might have got it and never even mentioned it to him yet.
Before Richie even speaks, here's another thing, John. I don't know if you remember when you get married. Did you send your invitations out in waves?
I'm trying to remember.
Like first wave, you wait a week, you see what comes back. Second wave, I think we had a first wave and a second wave. Is my small recollection of that.
I think we sent them all out in one shot, like family and friends. But we had, like Richie was saying, we knew, or at least we thought, some people weren't going to come.
Right, I think we waited to make sure some people weren't going to come to send out the second wave. Is my vague recollection. You sent yours all out at once?
Well, a week apart. Not.
But why a week apart?
Just that we had to get those stinky heart stamps we had to buy more of and all that.
But it had
stuff.
nothing to do with
nothing like aid.
There was no hierarchy.
No. They all just. Fred, by the time he got to save the date and the invite was mailed, he moved, and that's what happened.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, within like a 3-month time span.
John and Glenhead, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Gary, it's John from the Vineyard.
Hey, John, what's up?
How are you? 2 quick points. Number one, I've been in the Mr. Munt's company many a times, Ronnie. I'm tired of people picking on him. He's such a gentleman and such a great guy. That's the one thing I want to pick on. And then the second thing is, Richie, how classless of a move to not invite Mrs. Jordana to the wedding and put poor Benji in this situation. And those of you that are friends with Mr. Wilson, you should really think about his character and what type of person he is, because I wouldn't want to be friends with a guy like that.
Wow.
That's why you're not my friend.
No, I know, but it's...
John happens to be a nice guy, but I don't know why he's picking on you, man.
I don't care.
He doesn't like you.
That's fine.
I like you, John.
It probably would have been better to either all in on Benji or not at all.
You're right. You're 100% right. In hindsight, you're 100% right on that.
See, Richie and I agree on some stuff.
Yeah, we have moments.
Are you hurt?
He's awful quiet. He must be hurt.
No, well, it's kind of. I don't like when people take shots at my girlfriend. I think, like I said, I think it's out of jealousy. She's extreme. She's much hotter than the average girl here, and she's much more talented. And I think there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of fear of that.
There isn't, Benji. I'll tell you right now to your face. There isn't jealousy. When the night
I'm jealous of her.
The night that we first met her at Rick's, Ronnie was there. Was a general consensus that she was not a nice person the night everybody met her.
Yeah, everybody thought she was a snot.
Exactly.
To be honest with you.
Because she doesn't lay all over you guys.
No.
Sorry, you know?
No, it wasn't lay all over. It was hello, I am, and it was an attitude.
And
it was an attitude
she's
back.
shy. She's
and
a
then
little
the next
shy.
night
She's
at the
a little
Christmas
quiet.
party, which was discussed about on the air big time, that a lot of people had problems with her.
Well, I think you guys
if that's
expect
her way
girls,
of coming across,
you
maybe
guys
she was
expect
shy.
a certain type of girl.
No.
She's a little bit classier, a little bit brighter, a little bit more talented, and that's what happened.
Then who? Then like my wife, as a for instance?
Than me.
Oh.
Okay. I understand.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do moving forward now? Are you going to invite anybody who's not invited?
See, to me, that's even a more obnoxious slap in the face thing. It's more condescending to say, "Oh, Gary, here's your invite anyway."
Well, I mean, you could say,
would you take that as like, what the fuck? I'm an afterthought or something like that?
Listen, again, I'm not expecting.
No, I'm saying,
but it could if you came to me and you said, you know what, I thought about this, and we've had our differences in the past, but I would like to try to put it behind us, so I'd like to invite you. That I would understand, but if you just said, here's an invitation, it just came in the mail, that'd be
weird. Do you want to know, Gary, the honest truth? It was 50-50 with you up until like the last second.
Yeah, I thought that...
It wasn't a hard no right off the bat, like, fuck him. No, it was 50-50 up to the last second.
When I knew the invites were going out, I thought it was, if I was going to get invited at all, it was going to be Rachel's decision. Because I think,
she likes you
with the exception of pulling her chair away from her, I think we mostly get along really well. And I happen to like her a lot. And again, I don't want to insult you with this. I think that you have, since you guys got back together and got engaged and all that, I really think you've become a nicer person.
I've tried to be.
But I've actually seen that.
I've made a conscious effort.
And when I said you've changed,
noticing it.
But I said when you've changed in the last, when I said you changed in the last 2 years, I really feel that. And by the way, just so you know, when Howard came back and said something on the air that day, and you said, "Oh, Gary must have, clouded him at dinner." This is exactly how it went. Beth, the lovely, sweet Beth, who's the nicest person in the world, we're sitting at dinner, and she goes, "Oh my God!" She goes, "It's gonna be so much fun."
I heard about this. Yeah.
Did you get the invitation to Richie's wedding? And I go, "No."
And she goes, oh. I said, I won't be getting an invitation. And she said, why not? I said, I don't think Richie likes me. I said, we don't get along that well. And that was it. I didn't say nobody likes Richie or anything like that.
Right when I came out the studio, people were like, whoa.
She was surprised to find that out. Beth was really surprised. Beth thinks everybody likes everybody.
Yeah.
Which is a good way to live life.
Yeah, it's a great attitude if you can have that. Now,
I got that attitude.
Oh, yeah. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Bobo's treasure trade, everything that Bobo went through to get his valuable items for his shrine, and how Sal shined. And speaking of Sal, he told us the genesis of Twat Raper and the difference between a legitimate rape parody song and an illegitimate rape parody song. Yes, you got to see that. Today's show, the main attraction, I guess, was Bobo and Bobo's treasure trade, the jingle that we can't get out of our heads. And so much went into this game, and a lot of different games were being played during it, but Bobo had no idea what was happening. He knew to bring in his stuff, but he didn't know that he was going to possibly get anything. That all came as news to him. But he was here extra early and prepared, and I think he had a good time doing what he did. Doug Goodstein, do you agree?
I think he did. I just, personally, I wish it was more destruction of his items, which we didn't really go there. You saw he wasn't going to part with that stuff. But the physical stuff was fantastic.
I'll tell you, the thing that surprised me the most was the Leroy Neiman poster. Like, I know it's his most treasured item, and he loves it. He wasn't going to give that up for anything. Like,
No,
I wonder
nothing.
if what Howard could have done. Maybe Howard could offer like a photo session or something like that.
No, I think if Howard said, "I'll give you everything."
Oh,
that
for the
probably
Neiman.
Yeah, that probably would have been about it.
But John, can I ask a quick question?
Sure, Steve.
Who is Leroy Neiman? Should I know him?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
He's a famous artist.
He just
You
died.
should definitely know.
And
him.
what does he have to do with Howard?
He did a painting for Howard back in the day for the show that Howard hung up in his place, and then Howard in turn gave it to Bobo.
Oh, Howard gave it to Bobo?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's got to be other people that did.
Which is funny because turns out Bobo destroyed it himself. He just that's what
He
broke.
broke it in the car?
Yeah.
The poor guy.
Really? Yeah, the frame cracked.
Now, as things came up, the first thing offered to Bobo was Robin's bra, and I didn't think he was going to take it. The stunt was offered, and then a trivia question, and you could tell he wanted it, but I think he thought that was the whole game. Like, it would be the bra. And
Right.
once it clicked, and it takes a little while to click with Bobo, that there'd be more stuff coming, he jumped all over it. And that's where my pal over here came in to shine. Sal, congratulations. Will you not smoke that in here?
Sorry. Thank you.
Seriously, don't bring the electric cigarette in here.
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
Painting my cock on Bobo's face.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That
thank
was
you.
one of the
For painting Bobo's face with my cock.
That was one of only a few things that you did.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it.
And what did you enjoy the most? The painting, the pubic hair mustache with Richard?
I think everything was equal.
Really?
Yeah. These stunts are like my children. I don't discriminate. I like them all equally. So
yeah,
it worked out well.
I mean, everyone contributed a bunch of stunts, and I know
Yeah.
you had a ton of ideas with Richard on what to do with this.
It all happened so quickly yesterday in the meeting. Everything shifted gears real quick, and Howard said, what if we can throw in some stunts as well? And boom, we just started putting them together immediately.
Yeah. The only thing that was a bummer about the segment is that it only was those 3 stunts. I mean, we could have gone for 5 hours. There were
really
so
could've.
many things, and there was no. I think Bubba would have gone for everything.
Like when Howard went
as long
for
as it
the-
was just the physical stunts. I mean, he went for it. I
Yeah,
mean,
when
how
Howard
much-
said the tickle chair, I'm like, oh, God, it's over. We could have done so much more. We were going to play the bongos on Bobo's head with our penises, Richard and myself. We had a lot more ideas.
Did Richard enjoy shaving you for the mustache?
Absolutely. I told him, I said, you need to be my shaver. He goes, you got it, buddy. I love to be your shaver.
Did he work the ass hair in, or did you guys...
He got a few of them. Definitely got a few of them. And that was pretty good. I loved when he went for the ass hair.
Do you feel gay at all? Like, I mean, you did very homosexual type stuff. I mean, you put your penis in a guy's face. You had
No.
the guy shaving your balls.
No,
Do you
not at
feel
all.
proud of yourself?
Absolutely. Do you?
Yeah.
You're the
I'm
one
proud of you.
running this cockamamie
No,
organization.
I think it's great. I'm proud of you.
We've been down
on
this
the
road
back.
so many times, Doug. Clearly, Sal and Richard believe what they're doing is for the humor and funny, but not sexual in any kind of way. Of
course.
Ask any gay person if they got an erection from me doing it. It might be gay. All I heard was laughter. So it could be. If people want to perceive it as gay, sure. I'm not gay. I'm not going home today looking to suck a penis. I don't get. It's not like I'm going to go to some gay porn.
So when you're painting Bobo's nose with your penis, there's not any sense of arousal just because you're touching somebody else with it, and
probably just the opposite. Just the opposite. Here I am putting my penis on a man's nose. There's no way I'm going to get erect. If anything, it's kind of shriveling up a little bit. That's why I give it a good stretch on the pouch. And that kind of serves.
You know what's strange? I got to go back and check tape, but Scott DePace swears that something fell out of your pouch when you first pulled down your pants.
Really?
Is that possible? Do you have any schmegma or something in there?
No, it's clean as a whistle right now.
You sure?
Yeah, you want to come and smell it?
No, thank you.
Sal,
Let John do that.
While you're here, I'll do that during the break. While you're here, I wanted to ask you about...
Well, John, I'm over the age of 11. You sure you want to go down there?
We didn't get a chance to talk about your song yesterday.
Oh, Twat
I
Raper.
wanted you to come down, and you didn't come down, but...
Oh.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Howard was repulsed by it.
Well, I think that's your goal sometimes.
It is. There's nothing better than shocking the shock jock. I think there's no greater form of admiration.
Where did you come up with that? Did you hear the real song and suddenly it just fit? Or what? Yeah, tell me the genesis of Twat Raper.
I heard it on my my iPhone, when I was working out.
And how do you come up with the scenarios within the song? Is that just things that pop into your head? What happened? The different things you want to do to her, or
no? Look, like I said, boobs, lube, round, brown. Gets a little monotonous a little after a while. Gets a little redundant. So you need to shake it up. You need to raise the bar.
Were you surprised by how Howard reacted to the song?
No, I didn't know which way he would go. I was actually glad that he said he was disgusted by it and played it versus just deleting it and ignoring it altogether. To me, that's a great accomplishment when he plays something out of disgust. It's fun. It's great. By far, I'm not looking to rape her. I'm looking at as a, what is that called? Like the brothers do it to each other. Term of endearment. That's a term of endearment.
What do you mean the brothers do it?
You know how you can't say the N-word, but if you do say it, you say it as a term of endearment. That's the only time it's acceptable, which I understand. When I'm saying I want to rape Robin, it's not I really want to rape her. I don't want to commit an illegal act. I don't want to violate her. I want to consensually have mad, pussy-pounding, ass-bruising sex with her. And if you love somebody and you say that, it's not offensive. If you love somebody. If you don't, it's different. It was this is a legitimate twat rape song, not an illegitimate.
What would an illegitimate twat rape song be?
And just keep talking for the next 10 minutes. This is great.
An illegitimate twat rape song would be somebody who legitimately wants to rape somebody.
So you're saying that you don't want to rape Robin, of course.
Do you think I do?
No,
of course not.
But I think you'd love to have sex with her.
Who wouldn't? I'd have sex with you at this point in my marriage.
What did you think of Robin's reaction to the song?
I was very impressed. I was hoping that she would be, slightly taken off, and I she was, but I liked it. It made me laugh my ass off. I just thought it was at the end. It was funny. When you in a typical average job, you don't take out your penis and make a clown nose on somebody, but it's funny. It works perfect in this environment.
Would you play it for your wife?
Yeah. I mean, there's no need to, but yeah.
All right.
I don't think she thinks anything by it, but I love the song. I thought it was great.
Well done. You should be proud.
Did you like it?
I did. I enjoyed it.
What'd you think, Doug?
I actually missed it.
Any song you do makes me laugh. You know
thanks. I have to do a John Hines song then.
You have to do one of those. Teddy, let's take a break.
Kid Raper!
We'll come back.
Kid Raper!
We'll talk more about
He's
Bobo's
gonna throw you in his trunk!
Treasure trade. We'll move off of Twat Raper and back to the treasure trade. And Gary, I was saying before you came in that there were a lot of different games really going on during the segment.
Yes, and I was very, very nervous about this morning because this is one of those bits that, to take a phrase from Tim, had a lot of moving parts. And there were a lot of areas where it could have gone a lot of different ways. This also was the morning that Howard was coming off of America's Got Talent and had to work again. So I had a meeting yesterday with myself, Will, Doug, Richie Wilson. We all sat down and we went over everything a lot. And we tried to make it as easy as possible. I mean, Will did the bulk of the work, but, I was so afraid. I was just praying for it to be 8 o'clock because I wanted this to be done and just go correctly.
Did you think Bobo would give up that Leroy Neiman poster for anything?
Yeah, he was very attached to that.
And the OJ mask he passed on, basically, right? But he wanted your beekeeper mask.
He did.
Lost his
One thing I
eyebrows
fit
for
it-
that, right?
I was surprised that he passed. I know it's weird, but I was surprised that he passed on the tombstone because it's so one of a kind and it's so well known from the show. And off the record, we really wanted him to take it because we just wanted out of here. It was almost like garbage. We're like, please win it so we can get rid of it.
But did you know, like, why? Did you hear why he said he did?
Yeah, he said he thought it was.
It freaked him out,
thought it was
too.
freaky, but
Yeah.
he's like a tribble attached to Howard. He feels what Howard feels.
But not only, I don't think it only freaked. It just didn't just freak him out like as like a death kind of thing, but like the thought. Sorry, the thought of Howard dying is so upsetting to him.
No, I get it, but Howard, if it freaks Howard out, it freaks Bobo out.
To me, the highlight of the whole bit, and I thought the bit was very strong, was when the guy called in at the end and criticized Bobo, as a fan, and Bobo immediately, commanded respect as he's got Sal's, paint from Sal's penis on his
part of
face.
that.
and-
Did you notice that he said, "What are you? Go back to your 9-to-5 job." Like, what the fuck does that mean?
But he knew as opposed to his 12 to 8
like,
job.
what is that? We were like, what does that mean? Like, decipher that.
Well, I think it means that I think that Bobo thinks that he's special as a super fan of the show. But his job is as regular as it gets. He's got like a 9-to-5 top job. There's nothing wrong with having
I
a 9-to-5
thought,
job.
but maybe he meant like because then he's successful. Isn't he sort of retired because he made a lot of money?
He's
and saved up?
semi-retired. Yeah, he retired from the post office, and he does.
Oh, he's a
teach
postal
class.
worker?
He was, yeah.
Oh my God, that explains
I
everything.
thought he gave defensive
He went
driving.
postal many years ago.
No, wait, I thought he was a defensive driving
That's what he does
instructor.
now.
Oh, that's
No, I understand why he's semi-retired because he probably worked for the post office for 30 years.
Right.
He's probably on full pension, and so he can do a job where he doesn't have to work full time because the pension and a little part-time work makes it work.
Now, do you get sentimental about any of the stuff that he took? I know he got some carts, the tickle chair.
I got to tell you, the carts, they've been in my office for a while. I took them when we left K-Rock. And so I have 4 carts in my office. A song of DeBella, Baldy Baldy, John with Ringo Starr, the Tarantella music, and a cart of when Jackson played football and the announcer announced it, Howard played it on the air. And I think I just grabbed those randomly on the last day, but I remember thinking, all right, John with Ringo, that's a big deal. That's iconic. Oh, and I have China singing her song.
Oh.
And so I had to give a couple up yesterday, and I was almost hoping he wouldn't take them because they actually mean something to me, although they're fucking useless.
And the tickle chair, I mean, that I was sad to see that go.
Well, again,
we look at that as it is sort of one of a kind, but it really is just like a Adirondack wood chair, and then you just could get straps.
That was we had a discussion because at one point we were thinking about putting the Robo Spanker up or the Wheel of Sex,
right?
And those are much more difficult to replace. So the tickle chair is easy to replace, but it is the one chair that all that stuff happened, and so it worked out well.
That has a lot of history. I mean, you go back, that probably has been featured on 50, 60
Who was the chick? Who was the chick that I kept pouring water on? Was that Mary
Nikki's?
Oh no,
Nikki Ziering, I think it was.
She kept saying she wanted a drink of water. I kept pouring it on her like a wet T-shirt.
There was a waitress who worked at the Penthouse Club that was the hottest one ever that you poured a ton of water on. And God, to this day, the hottest chick ever in the history of the show. I mean, I would take the wooden planks that her vagina rested on.
And twat rape them.
Yeah, I really would. I really would violate those things. She was
legitimately.
So hot. Yeah.
Stephen Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, Gary, what's happening? I just want to. Do you think Bobo's stuff's going to be worth a lot? All his memorabilia put together is going to be worth a lot of money one day when Howard retires.
I think I can answer this. You know, the charity that I work for, we're always talking about ways to raise money, right? So one of the guys that works there, he said, go into your attic. Like a lot of us worked in the record business. We have like old records or whatever. So I went into my closet. I have like the shirt from Howard's 40th birthday. I've got a jacket from Private Parts, a bunch of stuff. And I was going to put it up for auction for the charity. And I went online and looked, and it just didn't seem to be worth it. It didn't seem that it would generate enough money for me to part with it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would think some of the stuff, depending on how unique it is, I guess, and like I'm thinking the tickle chair. I know you said it's an Adirondack chair, but based on the history and fans of the show, I guess if they bid against each other, maybe then
I also think that Howard has to sort of legitimize it.
He has to
Howard
sign it.
And not only sign it, but Howard. If
what
Howard
happened
says,
today? What happened today gives the items huge legitimacy.
Right, that's right.
But I wonder, like, are you saying if in 25 years will Bobo be able to say, I've got the tickle chair from the Howard Stern show, and somebody's going to go, oh my God, that's worth a lot of money, or somebody's going to go, fucking, I don't care.
Probably both.
I think it's worth nothing because I think it's splintered on the LIE right now.
but it's still the
I think
chair.
that's coming out of the car.
Listen, it's like
no doubt.
it's like getting a piece of wood from Yankee Stadium. At the end of the day, it's a piece of wood.
I think he'll end up, and you'll have to check in 20. I think it'll be like $1 million collection or more.
I disagree.
Well, I asked him that when I did the Bobo Shrine tour.
Yeah, what does he think it's
And
worth?
I said, "What is this worth?" He goes, "Well, it's it's priceless to me." I said, "Well, put a price on it." He goes, "Oh, it's got to be in the millions."
But like any piece of memorabilia, any autograph, any other stuff, it's worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it.
I mean, I guess an insurer would know, like, have some idea of.
Yeah, I don't think Bobo's collection is worth. It may not be worth $25,000.
What about
definitely less than that? I mean, it's pretty much newspaper clippings and magazines and books.
Well, he's got some
the
autograph stuff
that is unique. I mean, there's lots of photos. Those aren't worth shit. It's the stuff that's signed. The books, the stuff we gave him today has some value. And
I laughed really hard. I was watching the piece that you guys put together that's going to run on TV, and he was even impressed that he's got a copy of a book that my mother signed, which made me laugh my ass off.
That's his number 2 most valuable thing.
Sal, what do you think of Bobo's passion? Because you're a passionate fan of the show, and of course you're part of the show now, but do you understand where he's coming from, why this stuff means so much to him, what he'd be willing to do to get some stuff from the show?
You know, everybody has their thing, and for Bobo, it's this show. I certainly get it. There was a show one time on MTV. What was it called? There was these people who were obsessed with certain bands and whatnot, and they had the most ridiculous things. There are people who collect locks of hair from rock stars and whatnot.
What about you before you worked on the show? Did you ever collect memorabilia from the show?
The only thing I have from the show is when I was a guest on it, you guys signed a book, which I still have, and Howard signed a Private Parts poster. That's it.
But you were never big into you're not one of those guys like, God, I'd really love to have the seat cushion.
No, I'm not a collector type of guy. I just don't collect stuff. It's not me. But I get it. I mean, Bobo's obsessed with the show. It's an obsession, and you know what? If it makes him happy, so be it. The guy's been listening for so long. He is a super fan. He got something good out of it. Like my cock hair on his face.
Dax Shepard is on Parenthood. Bradley Cooper's a
movie actor.
Movie star. Dax wrote a movie. He got everybody in it. Everyone except me.
Has he got his wife in it?
He's got
his girlfriend.
Sorry. His girlfriend. Yeah, but he didn't get her naked.
He didn't?
No. It's a good movie. I saw it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews.
Yeah, it's real good. It's fun. We'll talk to those guys about the movie business, what it costs to make a movie, because I'm thinking, like, a lot of people in the audience would like to make a movie. And it seems like Dax got it done for a couple of bucks.
There's room now. They're not making that many movies. I think you could make a movie now and actually get it shown.
Seems like if you can make a movie, like, real cheap, they'll let you make one. So we'll find out.
Show it.
What's cheap? Nowadays, I don't know. We got to talk to these guys.
Let's see what Dax makes these movies for.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. We'll find out about the movie business in a minute. It'd be good for some people like Eric the Midget and Bobo. They're thinking of making a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
They're collaborating.
Right. Yeah, they're writing. They're in the studio writing now. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Bradley. Hey. Welcome back, man. You don't look as nervous this time.
I was nervous last time. Was I? I can't remember.
Well, it was your first time,
But he made me feel comfortable.
Yeah, it was a good interview. I remember. It was pretty cool. So you're here with Dax.
The big man.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad. What's going on, Dax?
You know, it's what time is it? 6:40.
Yeah.
You got a fucking camera right in my face.
Yeah. So that's
yeah. How
exactly
you doing?
A lot better being on this side of it. So
Would you wake up at 4 preparing for this?
Yeah, exactly, for this wonderful interview I'm doing. But hit and run.
Yes, sir. Hit and run.
That's what you're promoting.
You better believe I am.
And I'm
the
sure
shit out of it.
And I'm sure that's all you'll talk about today.
Yes, hit
That's
and run. If something didn't happen in so hit you know, and run, you look great. There's no way I possibly look great. I know, I haven't I've received seen any makeup yet. We're actually cutting into my makeup time, and I'm going to look like shit on the. What's the name of the program we're doing? We're doing the Today Show. I'm going to look like shit on the Today Show all because of this interview. Which goes where? To your fucking blog or something?
Exactly.
Where does this thing go?
It's Howard TV, but I run it out of my
So
basement.
maybe we give it a little.
We'll give it a little time.
Little breakage.
All right. Now would be a good time to cut this off.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, fellas.
So doing Bradley first. He broke up with Renee Zellweger 2 days after his last appearance here.
Wait, so can I just say something, Howard? Here's the thing. He came here. He sat here. He knew it was over. So he's a big fan of the show. My question is, what's it like to do your show knowing that it's over, but you can't say it? That's what I really... Yeah, no, and knowing that he has to lie to you. I love that whole idea.
All right, Dax Shepard and Bradley Cooper in a movie together called Hit and Run. Both guys came in today. Look at this.
Hey, what's up, man?
Look at you dudes. Where's Dax? Duty or PP?
Oh, my.
What's it? Dax, what'd you take a dump?
Yeah.
Hey, man, we work here.
Not very professional.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Look at these two handsome fellas.
Oh, thank you.
Look at the movie stars. All right. I love it. I love it. That's what I love.
A television star and a movie star on
Well,
one couch.
hey, you're both in the same movie. Now, Dax, when you get Bradley Cooper to be in a movie,
Yes.
because you wrote this movie and you directed the movie.
Yes.
But Bradley's a tough guy to get because of the success of Hangover and all of that. His quote is very high.
Yes. Well,
so do you call in a favor?
I absolutely do. And let me just say,
Are you guys
that
personal friends?
Yeah, we've been
Best-
friends for over a decade. Best friends, pretty much.
So how does that work? Do you ask him directly, or do you have to call his agent?
No, I ask him directly. In fact, I call him and I say, hey, I want to do a car chase movie. I want to write a role for you in the movie. What do you think about that? And he says, yeah, I would love to do
Yeah,
that.
but Bradley, you have a quote.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Can you say no to Dax? Could you have?
I could
He
have.
has.
He has? To
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, the most recent movie I wrote that we were going to do together, he said, no, it's a little bit too much like Hangover for me, for my character. And I go, okay, I totally respect that. And we are no
and not
problem.
even for me, for the movie too. I thought that it would, because it's not like The Hangover, but there's certain elements, and I think if I played it, it would do his movie a disservice.
So you hated the movie Dax wrote? And you
No,
didn't
I
want
loved
to
it.
be-
Actually, and it's
Well,
going
and
to
it
be
was
a great
the same
movie.
character name, and no.
Was it weird that the movie was called Hangover 3?
And they go to Vietnam instead of
Yeah, right. No, but that is an uncomfortable position.
Zach and Ed said yes weirdly, though.
You know what, Howard?
They didn't think it was
They're in it.
familiar. Yeah.
But seriously, I have friends who ask me to do favors. Some friends who all they ask of me is favors. Like they have no other relationship with me but to ask favors.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to say to a friend, no, I'm not going to be in your movie.
But here's the difference. It's a no-brainer because you know him. He's one of the smartest guys I know. He's one of the most talented guys I know.
I'm one of the most talented and smart guys you know.
I don't know you that well.
You know me well enough.
Well, you're
to
not
say that.
one of. You're the most. You're the smartest.
So he's actually doing me a favor, and it wound up being correct because it's a really fun. You saw the movie.
I love the movie.
Yeah, I mean it's really good.
I saw it last night. I enjoyed
Oh,
it.
you watched it?
Yeah,
That's
I loved
so
it.
flattering. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was great.
And did Beth like it? Did she swoon?
She didn't see it.
What?
She went out to a movie premiere.
Oh my God! Oh, great! What movie?
She went to see. What are you saying? She went to see a real movie? What are you saying?
She went to see a movie in a theater. No. She saw something with Gwyneth Paltrow and.
As long as it's not one of our competitors, the bicycle movie or the horror movie, then I'm
is
fine.
Gwyneth Paltrow in any of those movies?
She's in both those movies. Yeah, no, I don't think she's in either of those.
Now it seemed to me you called. I went to.
I wanna acknowledge,
I went
though.
to Jimmy Kimmel's party. And it seemed to me you got the entire cast from Jimmy Kimmel's party. It was everybody who was at the party.
I wasn't
except
at the
for
party,
Bradley.
yeah.
Bradley was the only one not there.
Right. Well, I mean, I think the only person in the movie that was at that party is Kristen. So I also
Tom Arnold.
Yes. Well, you're right. You're
That's
dead
right. No, I went through it.
Yep. You're right.
Was this a party in Los Angeles?
At Kimmel's party for Stern.
That's
the big
okay.
party.
That's
Oh,
right.
I never heard about it.
Yes.
Oh, well, you'll come this year.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to come to the party. It is the party of the year.
It really is the party. It's
What happened
I've been
there?
to a few parties. Well, what's amazing is you see A-list celebrities tooling around a party, terrified to talk to him. It's just a really fun
I go to the
dynamic.
party and no one will talk to me.
It's like when
they all have fun.
It's a party in your honor.
Was it
that
for
no
your
one speaks
birthday,
to
or
you.
was it just
No, because I never go to L.A. Jimmy uses that as an excuse to have people over to his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But it's a really great party.
It is
Even
a
you
fun
agree because
party.
you've never wanted that party, and both
I like
times
it.
you've left in a really great mood.
Bradley, you were in the movie The A-Team.
Yeah.
The A-Team was directed by a guy named Tony Scott.
No. Joe Carnahan directed the A-Team.
Why do I think Tony Scott directed that?
Because they produced it. The Scott brothers produced it.
Oh.